All right, I am live. What's up, guys? Thanks for stopping in. First up in the chat was Sharon. Got Simon coming in second, and SDA pulling up third. What's up, guys? So, this is episode 10 of going through my comic book collection. First things first, a couple quick things to go over. I am on Patreon now, and if anybody watching this on live or on the replay is interested in becoming a patron, all those links are below in the description. You can also get some Super Rus merch at my Redbubble store. And if you want some comics, there's a Slab City Comics link. I get a 10% commission through everything ordered through that link. All right, let's jump into the books. This is a slam full box, so it's going to take a little while. Kicking it off with Action Comics #1. Obviously, a reprint. This, if I'm not mistaken, was reprinted in the 80s. Yo, what's up, Chop? Thanks for stopping in. I really wish this was an original, but yeah, it's not. So I'm not quite a millionaire yet. But let's see. I know there was a Loot Crate reprint of this that came out in 2000 and something. Okay, this one was reprinted in 88. But some of these reprints have been going for a little bit now. I don't know. Don't really know why. I don't know if it was just like a more rare thing or if they had a lesser print run on these. I know I've seen some for sale on eBay recently. They're graded reprints, but they were like $400 and $500 for some reason. That boggles my mind for a reprint. All right, I got Superman 226. Got Superman going all King Kong on Lois Lane. Superman's tripping on Red K and kind of freaked out a little bit. I have a 100-page giant here. I'm guessing it was just like a one-issue thing. This box is all Superman, I think. The very first 2 episodes I did of this going through my comic collection was edited videos, and they were all, the first 2 episodes was all by 90s Superman books. This box is all the older ones and all the ones 2000 and after. $1,000. All right. Well, if anybody's interested in buying this raw copy reprint of Action Comics 1 for $1,000, I will send it to you first thing tomorrow morning. Oh, cool, man. I didn't know they had a King Kong animated series. I've got another 80-page giant here. This says issue number 6. This is a cool issue. It's Superman 233, an iconic cover. So if this is not the original, it's the Millennium Edition reprint. This is one I'm planning on getting an original copy of, hopefully this year. But for now, the reprint will do. I've actually got a plaque of this up on my wall. I've shown in pretty much every room tour I've ever done, I think. It probably would, bro. That would be my luck. Go up to 100K out of nowhere. Yeah, what's up, Gray Man? Yeah, I was just sitting around bored, nothing to do, so I decided why not go ahead and post up another episode. I've got a couple copies of this. It's the Superman 3 movie adaptation. I think this one has, yep, it has a nice shot of Christopher Reeve on the back. I always thought that was pretty cool. Yo, what's up? Thanks for stopping in on the stream. It probably is where he's at. And this is another copy of that. It's got the same back cover, but this was like a promotional edition for Carl's Jr., which is Hardee's and 7-Up. I actually got this one in the AOK. I know Metarog, he's like the big on promotional comics and stuff, but that's really cool, I think. uh I'll check out your video after the stream, man. Waiting 4 more minutes. Me? Yeah, I've lost back down to 1009, I believe. I was up to 1019 at one point. So I lost around 10 subs there. That always happens though. I got Superman 279. This is one of my favorite covers here. Classic Batgirl cover. Got Superman 286. Statue coming to life. Chances are Superman is tripping on some form of kryptonite again for that to have happened. Got Superman 288. Yeah, the subs have been really erratic. It seems like every time I do try to promote the channel, I lose more. Like I started this Patreon thing and I lost about 7 subs. So I don't know, man. I guess promoting your channel is a bad thing to do in the YouTube algorithm. Got Superman 291. Soup's getting knocked out by a regular looking dude in an ugly suit. My arm, well, I can move it just a little bit today, but not much, man. It was a pain getting this short box from the closet over here to the desk. Got Superman 295. Looks like he's having a fight with Father Time. Yeah, that's very true. A lot of people will unsub right after. And I did decide to put my giveaway on hold. I think I'm going to take Simon's approach on giveaways from now on. I'm going to wait till I'm right at the mark or just very close to it before I do giveaways in the future. Otherwise, I'm on Metarog's contest roundup for like 6 months. It's crazy. I got Action Comics 458. I think this one might be some sort of minor key. It might be the first appearance of this character here. I could be wrong though, but I think there's something with this book. Action Comics 468. I got Action 469. It's a continuation of that story. Nice bondage cover for you, Simon. I got Action Comics 483. And this one's got a book on the back as well. It's issue 488. I don't know, man. It could be a Kryptonite rope. Yo, what's up, Big O? Thanks for hopping on. Ah, here's a cool cover. I used this on Comigories one time, I think. It's Superman 333, an awesome Bizarro and Lois cover. I always thought that was really cool. I didn't notice. Oh yeah, I think that's like motion or something. I got Action 486. And on the back is 487. I won these all these books that are doubled up like this. I think I won in a contest, and I just for whatever reason I haven't rebagged and bought them individually yet. I need to do that. I don't really like having them doubled up like that. I got Superman and the Krypton Chronicles, issue 1. I think this is about the bottled city of Kandor, I think. The Superman 386. Pretty cool Lex Luthor cover in the battle suit. Not sure why he's a giant. Classic villain cover. Got a double of this one. It's Superman 416. Superman got old in this one. The ghost of Superman's future. Probably can't tell on the webcam, but this one is a little color faded, and this one has sharper colors on it. Here's one I could probably use for Instagram on one of the Halloween tags. It's issue 419. Pretty crazy cover. Got Action Comics 556. Superman's on trial for something. Might have stiffed some more red K and destroyed a planet or something. Who knows? Oh, I've actually got a double of that one. Didn't realize that. Adventures of Superman 449. Superman had to be in some kind of peril to sell books, I guess, back in the day. His Adventures 430. Some dude is getting a drop kick. Adventures 433. It's 432. It's a pretty cool looking cover. Got 434. I've got 435. Man, I need to speed up a little bit. I barely made a dent. I've got a double of this one. I've actually got 4 copies of this book. It's Superman issue 1. This was the first appearance of the new Metallo. I think I just got 3 copies. These 2, and I have a copy in a top loader that I got in an ALK from Kavi, and it's signed on the inside page by John Byrne. So that one is over in a top loader in a different box. But this is a really cool book. This picks up after Crisis on Infinite Earth. And I've got a double of Superman 2. That was my books falling over, shaking the table. And all it takes for Lex to learn Superman's secret is to digitally remove his glasses on a screen and figure it out. Let me readjust this box a little bit. Make the books all lean in one direction. Okay, back to it. This is a really cool cover. Superman 3, Dark Side. Always like that one. It jumps up to issue 7. Soups is in peril once again. Got Adventures 428. Some of these books I forgot I had. It's been so long since I looked at them. Got Adventures 429. Oh yeah, man, that era of Superman was so good. I got Action 584. Superman destroying the Titans. Ripped off Cyborg's arm. Man of Steel is out for blood, baby. How many have I actually read? Quite a few of them, actually. A lot of these books, these older books, I ended up getting in the dollar bins at flea markets and stuff years ago when I first started collecting. And I would always read the books as soon as I got them as a kid. So most of these old books I have read. It's just been years and years since I have. Here's one of my all-time favorite covers right here. Adventures of Superman 424. This is one that I eventually plan to track down a 9/8 slab on eBay of. I love this cover so much, man. My copy is, it's hard to tell, but there's a big color breaking crease through it. But eventually I'm going to, if I can find a good deal anyways. I'm not trying to pay $100 or something crazy, but that's an awesome cover. I've got Action Comics 588, Hawkman and Hawkgirl guest star. Another cool cover. I remember some of them, but not all of them. I've had several concussions through the years when I used to do construction work and stuff, and other accidents as a kid, like fell off a house once. That was fun. But yeah, some of them I remember, but some I don't. Here's one I think you'll like, Simon. It's Action Comics 589. Superman and the Green Lantern Corps. Bad Memory Brothers for different reasons. No, I'm saying that you like bondage, and it looks like she's hooked up with some kind of tentacles or something. I wasn't even looking at the ears, but hey, it's 2021. You're in what you're into, brother. Huh. I've got a third copy of Superman too. I didn't know that. Here's another pretty cool cover. Adventures 431. Got an angry Superman crushing a gun. This next few is a 6-issue miniseries, Man of Steel. I know it looks like a lot for a 6-issue miniseries, but I have a lot of doubles in this set. And this, I think, is where John Byrne first took over. Got Man of Steel issue 1. There's a double of that. Yo, what's up, Biggie? How's it going, brother? This is perfect, man, because it's a Superman box, too. I've got the alternate cover of Man of Steel 1. I've got a couple copies of issue 2. This is issue 3. We've got a couple copies of issue 4. There's issue 5. Getting knocked out by Bizarro. And I got 2 copies of issue 6. I probably did. I got a lot of them mixed up, man. Got Adventures 448. Need to sell all them extras. I don't know, man. I'm not good at selling books. I always find myself getting emotionally attached to them. That's my problem, though, I guess. I'd be living in a box under a bridge somewhere and still have all my comics before I would sell them. I got Superman 22. Pretty cool Kryptonite cover. I got Superman 25. Looks like he killed Lois Lane. But if I remember right, this I think this is something to do with Mixopidalic. He like makes Superman hallucinate this or something. I think, anyways. Never sell Superman. Exactly, Biggie. 100 on that one, brother. We got Superman 32. Really cool Mongo cover. Got Superman with the beard and the bandana, Rambo style. And this looks like it might have been tied into the Blackout storyline, because that's how Superman looked during the Blackout storyline. He had amnesia, I think, in that one. I got Action Comics 594. Brewster Gold laying the smackdown. Leg cover. Yeah, I got a leg cover right here for Simon. Action Comics 596. You got the Spectre wearing a Speedo, showing some leg. There you go, Simon. This is another cool cover. Action Comics 644. Dig that. Superman in the shadows, kind of like in a gray tone with the red eyes glowing. You know you done messed up when you take Superman off. Had to do it, brother. Had to do it. The opportunity presented itself. Here's an Action Comics issue 643, and it's actually got an Action Comics with a Superman 1 homage, whatever. But I thought that was pretty cool. The Action Comics did a homage to Superman #1. Oh, okay, I got you, Gray Man. Oh, no doubt, man. I love Perez work on Superman and Wonder Woman and Black Widow and pretty much everything Perez does. Oh, that's awesome, SDA. I got Action Comics 648. I did. I picked up issue 1, but I haven't read it yet. I got it in my to read box. It's probably up to issue 2 or 3 by now, but haven't picked those up yet. I got Action Comics 600, the anniversary issue. Superman getting some Wonder Woman action. I think this one has a really cool splash page of yep, Superman and Wonder Woman. The Action Comics 600. Three comes out this week. I've got the Legacy of Superman issue 1, and this one is special because it's actually signed by Kurt Swan. Don't know. Hopefully that signature's coming across. And I won this in a contest from Silver Haired Bronze Age Babe, and she included a photo on the back of Kurt Swan signing the book. So that to me is awesome. I've recently, in the last year or two, become a big fan of Kurt Swan's Superman. So it was awesome to win a book with his signature on it. And I've got just a regular copy of that. This was the copy I've had since I was a kid, since it first came out. Yeah, he did. But it's awesome, man. This one I think I got from my buddy Trix Comics over on Instagram. He sent this one to me. It's Bloodline's Annual 5, first appearance of Loose Cannon. Still got the post-it on it. I never took it off. I've got another Bloodlines annual here with Cyborg on the cover. His Bloodlines annuals were pretty cool. These next two is Superman Doomsday Hunter Prey. I have book 1 and book 2. This was a 3-part set, and I have no idea what happened to book 3 because I used to have it, but I haven't seen it in a really long time. But I do have the trade paperback of this as well. Fantastic story if you guys haven't read it. Superman Doomsday Hunter Prey. It has the origin of Doomsday in it. Great rematch story. I got Superman number 1 here. This was a special. I guess it was a one-shot. Oh, no doubt. Most definitely. That's where I started with comics, so that's always going to hold like a special place to me. That's the storyline that got me into it. I got Superman Year 1, Annual 7. And I've got a couple copies of Year 1, Annual 4. This next one is a 2-part storyline. The Adventures of Superman 6. It's an Elseworld story. And Superboy number 1, Elseworlds. This is one of the best Elseworlds titles I've ever read. It's awesome. Definitely recommend checking this out if you guys haven't. Another awesome read. I won't spoil anything, but definitely check these books out if you guys can. I'm sure you can probably get them digitally. But I was a huge Elseworlds fan back in the day. I also love the what if stories on the Marvel side. There's another Elseworlds story. It's issue 6. All right, now we're getting into the books that are around 2000 and upwards. This I think was this a one shot? Yeah, it says issue 1, but I think this was a one shot. These are some books here coming up. These next two that I got from Tim the Comic Collector and an AOK. The Superman 177. And Superman 1,000,000, issue 1. I haven't read this yet, but from my understanding, it's just like a futuristic story. I'm thinking something like maybe the Marvel 2099 series, something. I got Legends of the DC Universe starring Superman, issue 1. These are some really cool covers. I'm not sure who does them, but it's kind of like, looks like oil portraits almost. There's issue 2. and issue 3. And I think this series continues. It focuses on other heroes for 3 issues at a time, I believe. But these first 3 in the set are the only one I have. I know there's a Wonder Woman one. And I'm pretty sure there's a Flash, too. I'm not sure how long the series went, though. I got a Kiss cover here for you, Simon. Issue 574. Superman and Mrs. Superman. I think I read this issue on a random reads back when I did that series. Oh yeah, here's the issue that I was looking for the other night when we were doing our comic categories. Totally not a Comic Gories ripoff. On it, Simply Super. And Grayman said animal cover. This is the book I was trying to find and couldn't. Superman issue 680. Krypto the Superdog. Alex Ross cover. I've actually got 2 copies of this one. One of them I had, and the other one I got in an AOK from Matilda Gothica. Love this cover. I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure Catwoman's cats don't have any superpowers. I got Superman's nemesis, Lex Luthor. I don't know if this was an ongoing series or a one-shot. I'm not sure. Got Superman 707. Simple looking cover, but classic Superman with the symbol above him. I got Action Comics 761. Pretty cool Superman and Wonder Woman cover here. They're throwing down. Wonder Woman with the huge executioner's axe there. Oh, Lex Luthor was a 6-parter. I might have to track down the rest of them then. Got Adventures Comics. Adventures of Superman, rather. 636. That's a cool cover, too. I got Superman Unchained, issue 1 from the New 52. If I remember right, they had a ton of different covers for this book. They had some that looked like the old school Silver Age. They had some that looked like from Reign of Superman. Just different eras of Superman. But I think this one was the regular A cover. Just the standard one. I got Action Comics 47. Also from the New 52. I need to read these ones. I haven't yet. I don't know very much at all about the New 52 stuff. This is one I got from Tricks Comics over on Instagram. Superman Action Comics, issue 39. It's a New 52, but it's a Harley Quinn cover. And Harley Quinn is not actually in this book whatsoever. But that month, I guess they were doing just Harley Quinn variant covers on different books. So she's not in the book, but she's on the cover. All right, this is just a blank cover of Action Comics 1000. Nothing really exciting. I bought this when it first came out with the intention of trying to send it off and get a commission. But then I found out how much commission prices were, and it's still blank. So there you go. All right, man, enjoy your dinner, brother. Got Superman 34, New 52. I know Gray Man will like this one, even though it's a more modern book. It's a Jimmy Olsen cover. There you go, Gray. He's even got the signal watch. Got a couple copies here of issue 1 from see, what was this? All-Star Superman. These were the free comic book day versions. I've heard All-Star Superman was a pretty good series, but I've never read it. It ran for, geez, I know it had a few issues there. I can't remember the exact number. Got some more New 52 action here with issue 31. It looks like Lois Lane somehow bonded with Brainiac, and it made her look like She-Hulk. I'm sure DC didn't get sued at all for that. Where's his bow tie? Oh, I don't know. He must have left it at home, Gray Man. He left it in his other suitcase from the 60s. I've got the final days of Superman. Which, okay, I guess this was issue 52, which was the last issue in the New 52 run. I think so anyways. Like I said, I didn't really read much in the New 52. It was out right about the time I started collecting comics again. But when I first got back in, I was just focused on getting back all the stuff I had to sell off. So I sort of missed the whole New 52 run when it was new. I've got DC Universe Rebirth Superman 1. And these Rebirth titles really confused me when they first came out, because each title had like a 2 or 3 number ones or something. Like here's another Superman Rebirth number 1. And I think what they did was they did a one-shot for each character first, and then they did another number 1 that was the ongoing series, which was A pretty dirty money grab, if you ask me. Personally, I've always hated that they've restarted series with number ones over and over again. I wish that they would just go to the legacy numbering and stick with that. Having all these new number one issues almost on a weekly basis really annoys me, man. I really wish they would just go to legacy numberings on all the books and just stick with that going forward. No need to reboot number ones every couple weeks, man. I got Action Comics 1001. And this next book is Superman 1. And I believe it came out in 2018. It's actually signed by Bendis. Got the certificate of authenticity. And I guess he signed 650 copies, and I got 400 of 650. Funny story with this one. This was the very first signed comic I ever bought in a collection. When I decided to get more serious about collecting, I set a couple goals for myself. I wanted to get one signed comic and one slab. And this was the signed comic I went with. It was on the LCS wall for $20. And I was really happy about it at first. And then I started reading Bendis's run. And oh my God. It's trash, dude. It was trash. I don't think Bendis is on Superman anymore, thank goodness. But yeah, super excited about this when I first got it. And then I started reading what he was doing to the character. Garbage, dude. I've got a couple more copies of Superman 1. This is an alternate cover. And I don't really know who did this cover. I'm not sure. But one I bought when it originally came out, and the other one I got in an AOK. So that's why I have doubles of it. And this one, for Superman 2, I know this is an Adam Hughes cover. You can just tell that from the way he drew Lois. Superman stopping the bullet. All right, these next 6 is a 6-issue miniseries. And it's actually Man of Steel. And this is where Bendis first came on. And I like this run. This Man of Steel 6-issue miniseries was a decent run. And it kind of gave me hope that Superman was going to be a cool comic again. And that's another main reason I picked up that issue 1 signed by Bendis. Because I like this storyline. But then just along the way, it went downhill for me, man. Real bad. Oh, here's a good one. This is Action Comics 1000. I picked this up off of Midtown Comics. That's why it's got the Midtown sticker on it, but that's on the bag, not on the book. And this is signed by somebody that knows what he's doing with Superman. Mr. Superman himself, Dan Jurgens. And it's crazy because I picked this book up on sale for like $5 or $6. So it was less than cover price. And I got a Dan Jurgens signature. And this is the 90s cover for Action 1000, which makes it even better. And I believe this is number 238 out of, it looks like 500. It might be 600 though. It's kind of hard to tell. Getting close to the end of this box now. Got an Action Comics 1007, Leviathan Rising Part 1. Pretty cool cover. But from what I understand, this storyline with Leviathan went nowhere. I've heard the comic collector, Tim, talk about it a few times, and he said it was pretty garbage. So I'm kind of glad I dropped off and didn't get this whole Leviathan storyline. I did get part 2 with 1008. There's some more Jimmy Olsen action for you, Gray Man. Looks like everybody wants to kill him. Matilda might even like that one. They got Superman 164. Vote Lex 2000. Just a simple cape cover, but pretty cool. You can't go wrong with a Hot Pocket, brother. I missed a few comments here. Marvel do new number ones that way. I know, man. It's just so hard to keep up with them. It always annoys me. Got Action Comics 990. This is a lenticular cover. I'm not sure how well it's going to show up here with the glare. Kind of decent. I got Superman, Man and Superman issue 1. It's a 100-page giant. This was a one-shot. And if I remember right, this is just a retelling of Superman's origin. Sort of along the lines of what they did with the John Byrne Man of Steel miniseries. Pretty cool read. I think we actually did this on one of Tim's streams, the Phantom Zone. We got Superman 17. And Superman 18. Really cool cover, but some more trash Bendis writing. I hated that he took Superman in this direction and revealed his identity. I thought that was unnecessarily stupid. So there's some more hate for Bendis. Awesome covers. Bad writing. How many new comics does that describe, though? And I've got Superman 1000 or Action Comics 1008. This was a variant cover, and I just picked this one up because I love this variant. And the last book up is actually Superman 19. which was the very last Bendis book I got before I just couldn't hold the vomit in anymore and threw up all over the place and stopped buying new Superman books. There you go. Another box down. Going through my comic book collection. Episode 10 is in the books. Mark loves the Bendis run. He's the only person you know who does. Oh, man. Well, nobody can be perfect, Simon. Well, yeah. That's it for this episode. It went just over an hour. And I think I'm going to end it here. Tune in this Wednesday for Simply Super. Episode 6, I think. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. He also loves Tom King's Batman. Man, I don't know if I like Mark anymore, Simon. That's a hard flaw to look over, brother. Peace out, Gray Man. What's up, Prime? No worries, brother. I pretty much do these with no notice. Like 10 minutes beforehand, I decide to do these streams out of nowhere. I'm also terrible at ending streams. So maybe I'll just leave it going and just sit here in like awkward silence for the next 30 minutes. What do you guys think? Or hey, if anybody wants to hop on, Simon, you doing anything, man? You want to jump on and just shoot the breeze for a little bit? I'll send you a link if you do, man. All right, I'll send that right quick. Hang on just a second, guys. I got to open up another tab. I hope my computer doesn't have a heart attack. All right, the link is sent. That reminds me, I need to buy some more Listerine. I ran out yesterday. Appreciate that, SDA. I gotta add that to the shopping list. Yo, what's up? The other half of Simply Super just popped in.
What is going on, mate? What is going on? I've got to defend Mark on the Tom King Batman, right?
Oh,
Just because
man.
I haven't heard anyone say that they like. I haven't heard anyone say that they like Bender's Superman, but I feel like there are a lot of people that do like Tom King's Batman. I feel like Tom King's Batman is like a 50-50, or maybe like a 70-30. But there are a lot of people that like Tom King's Batman, while I feel like even you said you like the first half.
Yeah, I gotta be up until the wedding issue, I was digging it.
So that's the funniest thing with me is that up until the wedding issue is what everyone says. They're like, oh, they got really crap after. I was like, that's where I jumped on. That's where I entered the world of comic books. So can you imagine the first comic book you read was Batman issue 50, The Wedding? Can you imagine that?
I mean, I can see if that's like your introduction to comics again. I can see why you would dig it.
Well,
because when you first get back in, it just that's like a special like thing to people.
Well, I read trades. I read a couple of trades first. I read Killing Joke, and I read this Joker New 52 trade.
Yeah.
The Death in the Family or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah. Is that the one where he cuts his face off?
Yeah. So I thought that was really. A friend told me about that, and I was like, that sounds super cool. And I didn't know comics were so brutal. And then I read it, and it was very cool how he's like collecting everyone's faces, and then he has them at the dinner table, but then he's just like faked them out, sort of thing. I was like, oh, I was wondering how he really cut their faces off.
Yeah. That would pretty much be the end of the series.
And then the following week, I was like, I want to start buying floppies. And I was staring at this massive new release wall of floppies. I was like, I don't want to pick up issue 43. I don't want to pick up issue 24. So I thought Batman issue 50 was on the shelf. I was like, well, that seems like a good place to start because it was a wedding. It seemed like an event. I was like, I'll get that. And then there was Catwoman issue 1. So they were the first two. But yeah.
I like the Catwoman run.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, I read Batman issue 50, right? And I was like, are comic books like this? I was like, what is this? Because you know how it was like a love letter. It was like a weird photo album love letter thing.
That's like from the second I opened that book, I thought, what kind of garbage did I buy?
There was some great art in that book, Russ.
I know the art. I'm not gonna lie. I love the variant cover with that Jim Lee did.
I need that still. I need
really?
that.
Yeah, I think there's a foil one too, isn't there?
Yes, there is. That's the hardest one to find is the Jim Lee one. There's plenty of back issues of the what is it, the Art Adams, I think one, which is the one I bought. So they didn't have the A cover left. They only had the B cover. And I bought it and I was like, this is I didn't know what variant covers were at the time. So I was like, why is this the wedding issue? I was like, there's no wedding on the cover. It's just him by himself. So I ended up getting the A cover eventually, and I gave that variant cover to my mate Tony. And because I was like, I hate this cover, I gave it to him. And then after like a year and a bit, and I was like, got into comics, I was like, oh, I feel like I should own that first book that I bought off the shelf, right? So I went to Tony and I was like, hey man,
give it back.
I'll trade you a book for that comic back. And he was so offended. He's like, this book represents our friendship. And I was like, hey, man, I'll give you a cooler book. I gave him the Art Germ Punchline variant.
Oh, nice.
And he kept giving me crap for it. And I was like, hey, because he reads digitally. So he just really collects covers when he buys them. So I was like, what cover would you rather? This beautiful Art Germ Punchline, and Art Germ's his favorite artist, or this weird issue 50 Batman? I was like, yeah, that's right. Shut up and give me my book back. So, yeah. What's going on?
Not much, man. What you been up to today? Well, I guess it's morning for you.
Yeah, I had to get up early because I had someone booked in to come service my heater. So about a month ago, they came and they were like, oh, the heater needs to be replaced. It's like, okay. So they were like, I will do a report and stuff like that. And nothing ever happened. So I emailed my agent and was like, hey, just letting you know, I need a fucking, I need a cover. I need a cover for my skylight. So these flies stopped getting into my house. And no one did anything about the heating. So the guy came today. He just showed up before. And he was like, didn't I come here a month ago? I was like, yeah. And he goes, so what am I doing here today? I was like, you said it needed to be replaced. And he's like, oh. It's not getting replaced today because he didn't get sent here to do the replace. He came here to do what he did last time. So I was like, he's like, did no one do anything about it? I was like, no, it's been a month and no one did anything. So he left. I was like, okay, cool. So now I'm just using my little tiny heater that's next to my feet.
Might be another month before you get it fixed.
I'm not fussed because it's starting to warm up here. So I don't need central heating in the house, but I do need a cover in my bloody bathroom because I'm literally killing half a dozen flies a day.
You still haven't fixed that yet either, huh?
No, that's the main thing. Like I said, and
you know what you need to do, man. Get you a roll of duct tape and duct tape together all your Tom King Batman books and stick them up to your.
I'll start using them to start swatting the flies.
Yeah,
but it's so weird. They're not just normal flies. They're like these giant flies, and like literally, like there's 2 in my bathroom right now. I'm just like, I'll let you guys live for a few more hours before I come kill you. But they don't hard to kill. They just sit there on the wall, and then you just go up and go boom. Or normally flies are like, they're hard to kill. Like I reckon I could literally walk in there and catch one with a chopstick right now.
I'd like to see that on stream.
Karate Kid? No. Anyone get that?
Mr. Miyagi.
That's right. So yeah, now I've got the whole day to, I don't know, hang out with you.
All right, man. 24-hour stream.
Let's do it. Am I still watching it on the other thing? Yeah, I am. Yeah. So, yeah, you did a box like 2 days ago, didn't you? You're doing another one already.
Yeah. I think yesterday or the day before. I don't even remember because I went to sleep for like 10 hours after one of the workouts. I got up, I ate a bowl of cereal, and I went back to sleep for like 8 more hours. I woke up, I had like 6 messages from Sharon. Did you go to sleep again?
That one you did yesterday, I think it was, I watched, and you took the sound out. It was just music.
Yeah. I wasn't happy. I was like just rambling, just saying all kind of junk just to try to get through it.
But was it like, well, that's the thing. I wanted to hear it. See, that's the type of stuff you should put on your Patreon. So if you pay me Patreon, they get the behind the scenes look at your workout videos.
Maybe I could just throw some feet pics up there. See if that gets some Patreon supporters.
That might work. You'll just have to post a link into the foot fetish community.
Yeah. I know I was doing weigh-in pictures for a while on Instagram, and Bub said if he saw one more feet pic, he was going to unfollow.
Yeah. I'm actually going to be doing I don't know. I'm supposed to be. So last night, I don't know if I told you, like when COVID first started, I did that quarantine vlog series. Yeah. I was also filming a weight loss series, which I never showed. I never released it because over 3 weeks, I had a goal and I failed. And that wasn't why I didn't release it. I was still going to release it with me failing. But as I was editing it and watching it, I got so mad that I failed. Like I was editing it. I got to a point, I nearly punched a thing off my table because I was so mad watching it. Man. So I never released it, but I always intended to revisit that series and finish it up. I wanted it to have a happy ending. And so last night I turned on the camera. I was like, all right, let's talk about this. And I told the story of how because I've got the week off. So I'm going to try to get in some exercise as well as diet properly and things like that, and see how I go. Because I keep breaking records on the scales, and
I've been trying, man. I've been I actually eat some broccoli for the first time in a month yesterday.
I think you're doing good. You know why? Because when you don't do anything at all, and then you start to do it, I think you'll notice a big drop. Yeah. As long as you keep it consistent, and you have been. So even if it's just, I always say, something's better than nothing. You know.
Like when I first started losing weight, the only thing I did was give up soda.
That's a big one.
It started dropping. Like I haven't had a soda in maybe a year and a half now.
Really? That's good. Yeah. That's good. I became so. I did a keto diet I don't know how long ago it was now, but I stayed pretty strict. I probably did keto for like 2-3 months straight. So that's no carbs and no sugar. That's rough. Right?
I don't know if I could do that.
The no sugar thing, I don't think is that hard. It's more no carb. Like carbs is in like so much stuff.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I haven't had an M&M in a month.
Hang on. I remember you bought that big bag recently. You're like gaming.
That's been a month ago, hasn't it? It's been a couple weeks, anyways. It feels like it's been a month.
The thing was, right, when I cut the sugar, you can have like no sugar sodas, right? So I got on the no sugar Cokes. That was like my little treat for the day. I'd have like a no sugar Coke during the night. And then I became addicted. I never used to drink Coke, and I love Coke, but I always drink the no sugar one. But I get to a point where I drink because there's 1 calorie in a no sugar Coke.
Yeah.
So I drink 3 cans, but that's not good. That's not good. I'm trying to just stick to water and coconut water this week for this whole week. It's gonna be rough.
Sprite was my favorite.
Okay. Yep.
But I didn't give it up originally to lose weight. I gave it up originally because I had a kidney stone. This was maybe 2018 when I got my first kidney stone. And the doctor told me that excessive sodas can help cause kidney stones. And that was the kind of pain I didn't want again. So
How did you
drinking soda?
Yeah, because a lot of people, because I don't drink a lot of water. I don't drink fluids a lot. I never really feel thirsty. I drink water because I have to, but I'll go through a whole day. I get to the end of, I'll come home from work and everything, and the whole day, all I've had is a coffee. And that's it for the whole day. And people are like, you're going to get kidney stones. How did you know, what did you feel to have to go to the doctor for them to say, hey, you've got kidney stones?
When the pain first started happening, I didn't know what it was, but it was in my lower side where the kidney is. And I just thought it was maybe a nagging injury from when I did construction or something. So I ignored it. And about a week later, I woke up in the middle of the night and the kidney stone had moved into my urinary tract. And it was the most intense pain I ever felt. I could barely stand up straight. And I walked to the bathroom and I went to use the bathroom. And I looked down and I was just peeing a straight stream of blood. And I was like, okay, it's time to go to the hospital. So I went to the hospital and I waited 5 hours in pain. And they finally took me in the back, did an x-ray thing and said, you have a kidney stone. No shit.
And what did you they have to get rid of it, obviously?
They said it was a small one, so there wasn't no need to operate.
A small one that can barely walk.
Yeah. But it was cutting the urinary tract, and that's what was causing the blood. But they gave me something called Flomax to help you pee. And they gave me some pain pills. And they sent me home. And I guess sometime in that 3 days, I passed the stone. But I couldn't feel it because of the pain pills. Because after that 3 days, it stopped hurting.
Do you pass it by peeing it out?
Yeah.
Man,
I was on hydrocodone, so it didn't really hurt as bad. I've had a couple troubles with kidney stones since then, but so far none have got back in the urinary tract. So it's just been actual kidney pain every now and again. So I've got another stone kicking around in there somewhere, but it's not to the point where I have to go to the hospital yet.
Do you drink much water?
Yeah, I started drinking a lot of water when that happened.
Yeah,
I try to drink at least 3-4 bottles a day.
Yeah, see, that's normally you're supposed to drink 4 liters. And I'm 4 liters,
yeah,
literally.
Crazy.
The best I ever do is I'll drink one of these bottles for the whole day. And I have to put in effort. I have to make effort to a lot. You know how at my work there are half full bottles of water all over the place from me because I always try to remember to drink and I never do, and I just end up leaving it. The desk at my work, sometimes there's 4 bottles and they're all half full because I'm not. Yeah.
I usually drink one when I first get up in the morning. I drink one with I drink another one with breakfast because I usually don't eat breakfast for a couple hours after I wake up. Then I drink another one with lunch and then another with dinner.
Yeah, I need to start doing that. A friend of mine was saying to me ages ago, he was like, as soon as you wake up in the morning, just scull a pint of water and you'll feel so much better for the day.
Well, it never made me feel better, but
it doesn't make you feel better?
I'm not a morning person, so I hate getting up anyways.
Do you drink water before you have your coffee? Because you have 10 coffees in the morning, don't you?
Well, I haven't had a coffee in about 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, I haven't been drinking much either, just because I'm broke.
Yeah.
How come you haven't any?
Well, I'm just trying to give up the caffeine and seeing if that'll sort of help with my sleep issues at night. Like I don't know. I've been like this so long, it just comes natural for me to stay awake at night and sleep during the day.
Yeah, I've gotten back to the late nights now. There was a time, so I gave up. How many years ago now? I don't know, but I gave up smoking pot, and then all of a sudden, I'd be sitting at home, and I was like, I was so used to just always being high, so like I had nothing to do, so I didn't want to play video games. I didn't want to do anything, so I was just like, I'm just gonna go to sleep, and I started going to sleep like early every night, like for ages. So, but now for some reason I'm just staying up all the time now. Like I try in my head. I always want to get to bed by midnight, but even if I go to bed by midnight, I'm looking at comic books on eBay and stuff for like 2 hours.
That's what I do, man. I lay in bed at night with the phone, just scrolling eBay, seeing if I can find good deals or something.
And half the time I can't buy them because I don't have the money at the time. So I'm watching them.
I know with you, it's like the shipping is. You might find a book for $10, but the shipping will be like $40 or something crazy.
Yeah, I try to get stuff like what I try to look for now is issues that aren't like not big issues or keys or anything. I just find like like I might say, for example, before I was watching you, and like every time you pulled out a Kiss cover I hadn't seen, I was like, oh, I'll look it up and see if I can get it locally. So I do a lot of that. I try to find books that aren't going to be worth anything that I might be able to find locally. Because I just can't afford to buy cheap books anymore from the US. Like I'll buy exclusive covers from the US and stuff like that, or something that I really can't get here. Because if it's an expensive book, the extra postage is like whatever. But when you're buying a $2 book and paying that postage, it's just not worth it.
Yeah. You need to see if you can talk Mark into getting some dollar bins over there, man.
Mark actually has a dollar bin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's one short box that's half full. And he's got a $3 box as well. But no other stores really, I can't think of it. Like I never see dollar books. Oh, actually, no, there's a store called Collector's Edge here. And they have like a clearance section where they'll have like $2 books and stuff like that. And funny, I went in there and I saw a Batman issue. It was the first appearance of Bluebird. And they had a whole bunch of issues in the back issues, and I kept buying them. I kept buying one every time I was there. And then one day I had one in my hand. It was like my third copy. And then they had one in the clearance bin for $2 as well. So the back issue one was like $7, $8. And then they had a $2 version as well. I went up to the counter. I was like, can I have both of these for $2? And they said no. So I bought one for like $8, $9 and one for $2.
I know we used to have a dollar bin place. It was called Collector's World.
Yeah.
And that's where I would find all my dollar bin books when I used to do the dollar bin hauls a couple of years ago. And he hired some guy that come in, and he like eBay priced every single one of his boxes. So he's got like 100 boxes there that are all eBay priced books now. No more dollar bins.
That's pretty much it. So, for example, these stores have all these back issues, right? And it's a mess. And I asked them how much are your back issues there, and they sell them just at what they come out for. So like the cup I don't like to call it cover price. I like to call it shelf price here. We call it cover price, but I just think it makes, because cover price to me is $3.99. Because Mark sometimes he'll get a book in and it's damaged from Diamond, like it comes in the box, it shows up damaged. And sometimes he'll order another one and he'll say, if you want to buy this one for now, I'll sell it to you at the cover price, which is $3.99, $4.99, rather than double that is what normally we pay here. But yeah, most of the other stores that sell back issues, they sell them for like $8, $9, $10 still.
Yeah,
so
that's crazy, man.
It's like when I see videos of people in the US, they go through and they're picking up like all these back issues for $2, $3 each.
I know. I used to watch a lot of Lady Fantastic's hauls. She would talk about like quarter bins and 50-cent bins. I'm like, why can't I have a comic shop like that around here, man? Because she was pulling out keys and stuff too for like
Yeah, I know
50,
that's the thing.
75 cents. Like,
Do
dang,
you know
man.
newbie comics? He posts on Instagram. He'll be at a store and he'll go through their dollar bin, and then they'll have like a chunk of 20 of some key issue, and he'll just
Yeah.
like buy them all.
Like I can't get that lucky. I was watching Metarog did a video with Night Tiger earlier where they met
Yeah, I
up
watched
to
that.
trade some
I watched
books,
it.
and one of the books was Uncanny X-Men 135, one of the Dark Phoenix saga books.
He had
And,
heaps of keys in there.
and Night Tiger said he pulled that out of a dollar bin.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've been looking at that book on eBay and it's like 50, 75 bucks.
He had some good stuff he gave him, like, wasn't he? He gave him like the first
Yeah.
Red Sonja.
Yeah.
He also had that cover with like all the heads, the Galactus head and all that stuff.
Like,
I was like,
man,
Jesus. Jesus, guys.
I want to
calm
live
down.
in one of these towns where they got dollar bins like that, man.
Yeah. That's why I want to come to the US and just go bin diving. But the problem is, I'd run out of money on my first day.
Like if I ever got to a point to where I got like a good like vacation fund, I think what I would do is I would do like a YouTube tour and just go all around the US visiting my YouTube buddies and getting them to show me their comic shops.
Yep, that's what I
That
wanted
would be
to
like
do.
an awesome thing to do, man.
Yeah. Let's
But right now, this is my vacation fund. Some change in the bottom of the peanut can. That's my disposable income.
That's what Bueller's doing. Yeah. Well, Bueller gets enough of that YouTube money to be able to do that.
Oh yeah, Bueller.
We need to pitch it.
He's up there.
We need to pitch it to a network. Just say, because I said to Metarog after watching their video, I was like, you and Night Tiger should be on a reality show where you two travel the country and find all these like cheap comic book bin dive places, you know?
Yeah.
But screw that. Let's pitch us instead. The Noob and Super Us.
Take Simply Super on the road.
Yeah.
Get like a custom painted RV bus with our faces on it.
Yeah.
I need a lot of patron supporters to make that happen. Click on the link.
Get the it's not worth it tier.
Yeah.
Do you guys have many like antique stores over there?
I think there's a few around, but I've never really been into one.
Because that's the place that I really want to try. Or op shop. I don't know. Do you guys have op shops? I don't know what you guys would call it. Sure. It's like people would like just donate stuff to the shop.
Oh yeah. There's a store up the road next to Walmart called the Goodwill. It's like a shop where people donated stuff, and the store sells it for like super discounted prices.
Yeah. What do you guys call that over there?
Well, the name of the store is Goodwill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thrift. I think it's thrift store. That's what you guys would call it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we call it an op shop. I think meaning opportunity shop. But I never think about I should start going into places like that because you'll have people who just show up and like dump a, collection there.
Yeah.
My kids left this.
Never know.
My late husband left this and things like that. Because there is a antique store here. It's kind of an antique store. It's called Chapel Street Bazaar, and that I go to sometimes. And they've just got really old books. But the problem is, they're all $10 to $15, even though they're nothing books. They're just old. So I'll go there and I'll like pick 10 books, and that's like $100.
I know there's a place called Half Price Books where they got a bunch of half price comics, and I've seen a lot of different YouTubers like do hauls from those, but I don't have one in my area.
Because you've only got the one shop.
They pull some good stuff out of there.
You've only got the one shop, yeah?
Well, I got the one shop down the road, the Collector's World, that used to do the dollar bins. They don't have any new books, but they got probably 100 boxes of old books.
So that's not the one with the dodgy LCS owner, is it?
No.
Okay.
That's all things collectible. But so lately he's been pretty good about the pull list. I've been getting my books.
That's because
But I mean, I've only been getting Thor, Captain Marvel, and Moon Knight.
Yeah, it's because Donny Cates stopped making new characters in that book. That's why.
Yeah, yeah. Who knows what's going to happen if there's another key in those books? But lately, it's been all right.
So they're the only two stores that you can really get to, is it?
Yeah.
And how far would you have to travel to another one?
Well, those two stores are actually just right down the road. It may be a 10-minute walk.
Okay.
The next store is Gamer's Alley, and it's they have collectibles, they have old games, retro games, they have comic books, statues, ton of awesome stuff. But they're about maybe 10 miles up the road, so that's kind of out of walking distance. So I don't get up there very often.
You wouldn't travel just to have a day? Can you catch a bus there or something like that?
Well, I don't think any buses run through my neighborhood. I would have to like go to Charlotte, 15 miles away, to get a bus to come back to Cramerton to go up the road.
So how do people get around if they don't drive?
Oh man, it's a small town, dude. Like the grocery stores, maybe a 10-minute walk if people want to walk there, and that's it, man. We got a Walmart down the road for excitement.
Because all that, like if you go to the city alone here, there is 3 comic shops just in the city alone, all within 5-10 minute walking distance from each other.
The big city here is Charlotte. It's like 15 miles away. That's where they have the con at, the Heroes Con in June.
Yeah, so how would you get there?
Well, when I went, probably 7 years ago now, I went with a couple friends, and I've been trying to get back ever since and haven't been able to. The last 2 years it was canceled, and the last 3 years before that, my ride canceled on me last minute every time. So
your ride canceled.
Yeah, I haven't been to a con in like 7 or 8 years.
Just hitchhike, mate.
Not in this neighborhood, bro. I would never be seen from again. I'd be on somebody's plate somewhere.
Oh man, that's rough. Just because like when I first started collecting, on my day off, which was Wednesdays, which is New Comic Book Day, I would always just drive to new shops and just check them out. It was like a thing. Hey,
What's up, Jackson? You can always watch the rewind, man. It was the Superman box this time around.
Yeah, everyone dropped out as soon as I joined, I noticed.
Now, I still got 5 people in, according to mine, man. That's
no, but when I joined, I looked, I was like, I think there was only 2, and I was one of them. Yeah, it's just rough, just because I guess I always just relate to how I have it here, and then to hear from you to be like, oh, there's only 2 shops you can go to. It's like, oh wow, that's rough.
You're the man, Jackson.
When was the last time you left your town?
Oh God. Probably the last time I did a construction job with my brother. We went down to Florida for a 4-day job down there, and that was maybe 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
So yeah, been a while.
Yeah, I guess if you got a car, then it'd be easy to travel. Like, would you, if you did drive, would you do little tours more?
Oh yeah, man. If my eyesight was good enough to get a driver's license, I'd be everywhere. I've always wanted to travel the United States, man.
Because I have I have no shops near me, but I have to, like, every shop is like a 30-40 minute drive for me to get there. Even Mark. So now Mark is actually a little bit closer. Mark is actually almost, I wonder if he's the closest stop, and it's not close. Like I live out in the east, and he's out in the west. But yeah, I used to always have to travel a minimum 40 minutes to any shop.
Really?
Yeah. There's none out this way.
Yeah, I'm kind of lucky. My shop is within walking distance for new books. But like, I mean, I might could fake it enough to get a driver's license if they didn't give me a driving test. But I don't know how far I would get with my eyesight.
Yeah, maybe pass on that one, Russ.
Yeah. What I need is a driver, man. I need a limo driver.
Yeah,
Travel to
so
the LCS in style.
I'm just confused though with the like what's pub so you guys don't have public transport?
We do, but it's like in the city. So I would have to go like 15 miles or so to Charlotte.
Hang on, so you have to go 15 like there is not a bus that runs through the town.
Not this time.
What?
Yeah.
Sounds crazy.
Cramerton is a small little town, man.
That sounds good. So is it like a small town where everyone knows each other?
Well, I mean, they probably do, but I've been living here for 25 years and I don't know any of my neighbors' names, and I like it that way.
Yeah, I they don't know. They don't know they've got like Super Russ living next door. Yeah, I'm not. I don't like to say I'm antisocial, but I prefer to keep to myself. So the other week I took my bins out because I've got to walk my bins to the end of the street, and then my neighbor, this old dude, I happened to be out at the same time, and then we both check our letterboxes right next to each other, and he's like, "Oh, where do you live?" I was like, "Number 8." He's like, "Oh, you're my neighbor," and he's a real nice guy, real nice old man, and we had this whole chat going back, but it's just I don't know. I'm not very I'm socially awkward. I think that's about it.
I'm the same, man. It takes me a long time to like if it wasn't for this YouTube community, I still wouldn't have any friends.
Yeah, it's like even like I say to people, like I feel comfortable with you, you know what I mean? Like we've known each other for a long time now. But I was saying I can't remember who I was saying to the other day. I think it was to Bub. Like where I don't like having more than 4 people on a stream on my channel because I feel like anytime there's more than 4, you either got everyone trying to talk over each other or you've got those 2 people that don't say anything and stay quiet. So normally on a stream when there's more than 4 people, I'm the one who's pretty quiet, you know, like I don't want to jump in and interrupt anyone. And, you know, like sometimes I try to get a word in and I literally cannot because there's always like those 2-3 people that are dominating the chat, which is fine. Yeah. But like, it's hard to get a word in sometimes on those streams. It's too chaotic.
I've got twice now. I've got invited to be on Stay Puft show, chatting with the comic community.
Yeah,
and I don't know. I probably said maybe 10 words the whole time I was on there.
It was one of my. So I think the first stream I ever got invited to was Sharon for I Love, and then Matt, the boy who had 7, he invited me onto as like he did like an international sort of what you're reading sort of stream.
Yeah,
and it was like me, Matilda Gothica, Varangian, Comic Geek McD, and there was someone else. But yeah, the whole time I said nothing because I couldn't. And you know when Matilda's on there, she's always got to say so. It's hard. I don't want to cut anyone off. So yeah, I literally it was like a 5-hour stream, and like it wasn't until like Matt was like, "All right, Simon, what are you reading?" And I was like, that was like my only little moment that I had.
It is harder with like larger streams because like I always feel like I don't want to interrupt anybody.
Yeah, I guess
I know some people have the paid version and they have like 10 people on the stream at once. Yeah, that's like chaos, man.
I'll hang out. Like if I'm not doing anything, sure, I'll hang up. But I don't say much on those streams. Even when I want to say something, I just sometimes don't get a chance.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you're hosting it, I think it's like when I've done a couple now on my channel, and I don't like doing it, especially after the last time because I was drunk. And it was just me and Think Geek Theory to start with. And he told me, he's like, I'm only going to hang out for 20 minutes because it's late. I was like, yeah, cool. And then he left and and some of the guys were supposed to come on. And they didn't come on. So I was speaking to the camera for 25 minutes while I was drunk. I started singing Grease songs. And
I think did you put a clip of that on Instagram? I think I saw that.
Yeah.
You said I'm never doing a drunk stream again.
The first time I did it was good because the first time was the one you joined at the very end. It was like a 5-hour stream where I started off
mega stream you did.
And then I put the link in the chat. And then I was meeting like Adrian APM came on, Rob Worst came on, a whole bunch of people just like were coming filtering in and out throughout the stream. And that one kind of went okay. But still, like I feel like when you have that many people, there's always going to be that one or two that doesn't feel included.
Yeah, the one in the corner just like, don't ask me any questions.
I feel like that too, though, when everyone's very knowledgeable on their comic history, you know, and I'm just sitting there like, I don't know anything about what these guys are talking about.
Yeah. I know it blows me away, man, how much some people can like remember and know from decades ago in comics.
Yeah, like Grey Man, he remembers like every story he's ever read.
Yeah. It's like a photographic memory, man.
Yeah, it's like I read this 40 years ago and pretty sure it's about this and this happens. Even you before, you showed that book and I was saying I want that because it's kiss cover. And you're like, oh, I'm pretty sure this has a splash page of them kissing. And then you open it, first page. I was like, how did you remember that?
I remember anytime anybody kisses Wonder Woman. That's like my superpower.
Your blood boils, mate, every time. Have you got that Jim Lee Justice League cover of them kissing and it's in like with the sun in the background and stuff?
No.
Dude, you need that. That's one of my favorite kiss covers for sure. You know the one I'm talking about? Hang on, I'll look it up. Justice League 12. I think it's Justice League 12.
I've got a Jim.
There it is.
What's that? Oh yeah, I've seen that cover before, but I don't have that one.
It's not an expensive book, man. I'm not sure. I'll see. I'm not sure if I've got doubles. I might. If I've got doubles, I'll send you one. But there's also a Comic-Con exclusive where it's nighttime in the background, and I want it, but it's so expensive.
Oh, really?
And then there's a second print as well, which no one ever shows. This is the second print. I've got this as well. That's the second print.
Well, that's nice too.
Yeah, both Jim Lee. Oh, there it is. There's the Con exclusive. Look at that one. How good's that? The moon in the background.
That's nice, man. What's that? Is that New 52?
Yeah, New 52, Justice League 12. It's cheap. It should be cheap, man. I find this in like back issue bins all the time.
I definitely looked that up on eBay.
I might have two. I'll have to double check. Oh, there's another one. I haven't even seen this one before. What is this? Digital. Oh, what? Look at that one. Different color again. Oh, I feel like I need all of them.
Oh, nice. I know there's one. I believe it's a Michael Turner Supergirl cover, but the book was Batman Superman, and it's like just Supergirl with a cape wrapped around her, but she's nude.
Yeah, that's not cheap.
That book is so expensive, man. I remember when I first saw that, I went right to eBay, and it was like $550, and I was like, put it down. No. Good Lord, man.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
It always blows my mind when a book is like a key just because of the cover and not because of anything in the book.
Michael Turner could do a Supergirl cover.
Yeah. I love that cover, man. If the comic bubble ever bursts and that book bottoms out, I'll be the first one to buy a cheap copy.
Have you got any of Michael Turner's Supergirl covers?
No, but I've got a couple of like was it Fathom?
Yeah. Some
indie stuff with Turner.
That one's not too bad. You should be able to get that one pretty easy. I was after this book for ages.
Yeah, I've seen that one. I saw Trix was actually selling it on Instagram one time, but I think somebody got to it before I did.
Yeah, so I was wanting this for ages. And then one day I walked into Big City to film, and he had it on his wall. And I was like, when did you have that? He goes, I've always had that. I was like, what? I've never seen it here. And then I bought it. He had first 2 issues, so I bought both first issue and second issue.
I've got a Turner Harley Quinn cover that's pretty good.
Yeah, Bubs was showing that the other day when I did. Man, you should. That stream I did with Bub the other day was, mate, it was killer.
I caught some of that, the Lickworthy stream.
I'm gonna hit him up and do that again, maybe this week sometime, because that was good stuff. It was funny because I asked him, because Bub's very opinionated on the stuff he likes and what he doesn't like.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask him a lot of questions. I pulled up, the Gen 13 Jungle Girl cover you've got.
Oh yeah.
I had that, so I pulled that up and was like, "Do you like J. Scott Campbell?" And yeah, he did a little hot take of like, "Here's the thing: if Michael Turner was still alive, who would be hiring J. Scott Campbell? No one."
I like them both. I like Campbell and Turner. I've got that black cat statue that's Campbell from Sideshow. I got it right back here, actually.
Let's have a look, mate. Well, that Sheena statue I got recently off Matt Spidey's a J. Scott Campbell as well.
Yeah. It might be a little too much light on it. But I love this statue. It's my only Sideshow piece. But there's a comic cover that's that this statue was based off of that I'm planning on picking up soon.
Yeah, you need to get that so you can post that photo to Instagram, right?
I've looked at it a few times. And I can't remember if it was. I don't think it was too expensive. Because there's like the regular cover and then there's a virgin cover, I think. The virgin cover is like a lot more. But I don't think the regular cover was too bad.
With the Sheena statue I got, it was funny because Matt Spidey got it for me, and I always wanted the cover that was based on, and I actually ordered it on Pullbox like weeks ago, and then like literally that week that I got the statue of Matt Spidey, Mark was like, "Oh, this showed up as well," so I got the book and the statue, which is good.
Nice, man.
But did I tell you that I broke the knife on that statue?
Oh no, really?
I hope Matt Spidey isn't watching this because he doesn't know yet. I was filming so I filmed my video, the AOK video, and then the next day I unboxed it and I wanted to film a shorts video on it. And I'm such an idiot, right? Because when I unboxed it for the first time, the bag was over the statue, the plastic bag, but her arm was exposed because it's common for people to pull the bag off and the weapons get caught on it. So yeah, when I put it back in the box, I put the bag over the whole statue, knowing in my head that that's dangerous. So when I was unbagging it for the shorts video, I got impatient because I was like taking my time and I was like, "Oh, this is taking too much time," and I'm filming it. So I went to just lift it up like this, and then you see the blade go.
Oh god!
Yeah, I wasn't happy. And then
is it a fixable break with like some?
Yeah, I super glued it back on, but now I just feel like if I even just tap it a little bit, it'd probably fall off again.
Yeah.
But in the video, it is glued on. You'll see like there's a little dark spot.
Man.
I'm going to, because I've got the blooper of me breaking it, so I might actually have Mad Spidey on a stream one day, and I'm like, let me show you this video. This is gonna be swearing my head up afterwards.
At least it didn't like shatter or nothing crazy. That would have been brutal.
It could have been worse. But
so is it like back in the box now, or is it displayed?
No, it's displayed because now I'm scared if I put it back in the box and then try to put the thing that it will just come
off again. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pissed. I'm so pissed off because it could have easily have been avoided with some patience, and if I wasn't so stupid. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. I better mute it because I do swear a lot. Because you can see it. Wait, make me big. You can see it flick off.
Oh, dude.
Did you see that? Boink.
Man.
It hurt my feelings so much. So much. That image was painted on my LCS door. Oh, wait, the Supergirl one? Yeah, I need some more Michael Turner stuff.
Yeah, I've been looking at some of his stuff, man, on eBay. Usually at night when I can't sleep, I look up eBay like crazy. Put a lot of stuff on my watch list that I never intend to buy.
Yeah, but you know what sucks? Because yeah, I've got obviously so much on my watch list, and then you go to the stuff that's ended or the stuff that you missed out on. You're like, oh, that hurts. But some of it is stuff that you actually could afford.
Yeah.
Like it's cheap stuff, but then you just didn't. There's so much stuff you can only pick so many a week or whatever, right?
Yeah, I missed out on a really good deal for a Wonder Woman Jenny Frisian statue. That was
What statue?
Yeah, there's a Wonder Woman Jenny Frisian statue from DC Collectibles. And the seller, I think it normally goes from between $130 and $150, and the seller had it on sale for $100. I put it on my watch list, and I was waiting until I got paid, and somebody else snatched it up a day before the check came in, so I missed out on it.
Yeah, that's how I missed out on my Summon. Is it that one?
Yep.
Yeah, that's how I missed out on my Something's Killing the Children. Frisian cover. There was a 9.8 going for, I think it was 160 Australian. That's super cheap, right? And I literally had to wait 2 days for my pay to go through before I could buy it. And then obviously I missed out on it, and I was so upset. And then a month later, another one came up. Same price, but it was a 9.6 instead. But the same thing. I had to wait till the next day to get my pay. And then I was talking to Captain Sarah, and she's like, do you want to borrow the money? I was like, no, I don't want to borrow the money. She's like, you're going to regret it if someone buys that book. I was like, fine, I'll borrow the money.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like a once-in-a-lifetime deal. Because I remember when, yo, G-Man, what's up? What's going on, brother? I remember when I first saw that cover, the 9.8 slab of that Frisian cover was only like, I think $110. And I thought, well, you know, maybe it'll come down to 100. And then it started blowing up. Because the only reason I wanted it was for that cover.
Yeah.
I haven't read any of the Something That's Killing the Children yet.
It had already started blowing up when I got it.
Yeah.
And then I think Sarah ended up getting it for a little bit more. It was a similar price to what I got it for, but she got a 9.8. I was like,
yeah. Just to rub it in a little.
Yeah.
But that's a beautiful Frisian cover.
No, but see, that's the thing. It's not this is the better Frisian cover.
You think so?
I think so. It's got full, like, compare that to, where are we? Like, that's cool. Like, that's a badass cover.
Yeah.
But I like being able to see more.
They're both good, but I like the issue 1 Frisian better. I just like that close up with the eye and the blood on the machete.
Yeah, it's a badass cover for sure. 9.6 is my favorite grade, so I don't care.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with 9.6s, man.
Dude,
if that makes the book cheaper, I'm perfectly good with a modern 9.6 or a 9.4.
Unless
or even lower.
I couldn't care less about the grade,
exactly.
especially after all the crap I've seen. So Tyler from Whack, he did a video. He does unboxing videos of the books that come back from CGC. Twice now, he's gotten books where he's doing the grade reveal, and he's like, I know this isn't a 9.8 because there's this issue on the book. This color breaking crease here. That shouldn't be a 9.8. And then boom, 9.8. He's done that twice.
Really?
On pretty big books too. And then I was watching, I think, Comic Man Andy. He did a big unboxing thing. And same thing. He was just like, oh, this one, I'm pretty sure isn't a 9.8 because of this reason. Boom, 9.8. And I was like, see? Like,
yeah.
Some people obviously are all about the 9.8s. But here's the thing. And I thought of this just last night. I was like, would you be happier? Would you be happy if you had a 9.8 slab, but you knew that it wasn't a 9.8? Like, would that hurt your feelings at all? If
To
you were
me,
one of
because I don't sell books, I just collect them. I wouldn't care.
yeah, man.
Like 9.8s are nice, but I don't care if the book is a 9.6 or a 9.4 or even a 9.0 on a modern book. As long as the cover is intact and looks good in the slab, I don't care. And like the older books, like say that Superman 123, the first Supergirl, that's only a 2.5. And it cost me $143 like a year ago whenever I got it. I was looking at higher grade copies where like 5 and 6s was close to $1,000 or more. That 2.5, the cover looks like it could be a 5.0 or better. It looks fantastic. But I got it, cheaper because it's a 2.5. I don't,
Yeah,
if it's cheaper, I don't, like that Frisian cover on Something to Killing the Children 1. If I saw that in an 8.0 and the cover still looked good, I would buy it.
like for a big book as well, you'll save hundreds of dollars just from going from a 9.8 to a 9.6.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
know
the thing.
sometimes the price is ridiculous, man.
To
Like the
me,
price
the
drop.
difference of that the difference of that book is nothing. You tell me
Yeah.
where the defects are on my 9.6 because I can't
Yeah,
see them.
you can't see them, man. I think the difference between a 9.6 and a 9.8 is just how that grader's feeling that day.
My friend at work the other day was saying that basically 9.8s should be 10s. Like they
Yeah.
should just have more 10s, and then a 9.6 is what a 9.8 is. Like I don't understand why 10 is so rare when
I
you
don't know.
can't tell
Yeah, it's
you
crazy.
can't see any problem with the book.
It's like that She-Hulk #1 that I picked up in 2018. It's a 9.6. I got it for $100, and that was before like the spec blew up. But 9.8s on that now are going for close to 1,000, and 9.6s are going for around 400 to 500.
Yeah, I missed out. There was a Halo slab of that I was watching. It was only $120, I think, Australian.
Yeah.
I didn't buy it. Yes, Hoarder making me look like a fool. But yeah, the great thing is just starting to get to me in my house. Like, man, I literally to me now, it's literally just a number on a label. It really it doesn't mean crap to me as far as what
unless you're a seller, it doesn't really matter.
But
Like
at the
if
same time,
if you're going to keep the book, then it shouldn't matter.
But again, with those people who have those books that aren't 9.8s, but they say they're 9.8s, like, did you see? There was I can't remember who posted it, but there was it might have been two brothers. There was a graded version of Ultimate Fallout 4. Someone had got the facsimile sent off, and it came back as a first print.
Yeah, I saw that post on Instagram.
That is messed up. And again, just
that shows how much attention CGC pays.
That's ridiculous. That's yeah. I don't understand how that can be. I don't understand how it works over there. Like, do they know what they're doing? Like, do they know if they get a book? Is there something in the system that tells them this is what this book is?
I have no idea how it works with facsimiles.
Because a lot of the times I've seen versions of slabs which is some sort of key, and it might be a small key, but it doesn't say what the key is in the notes.
Yeah, I've seen books like that. I've seen books that I know are a key and they don't have the keynotes on them.
Because I think you've got to write down when you send it in what it is for them to know. Like, what is that?
You would think, yeah. I mean, for as much as CGC charges and for as long as it takes, there's no reason they shouldn't know this stuff. Like I remember, I believe it was D-Runt Comics. he sent a book in that was a double cover, and they didn't list that on the grades that it was a double cover, so he had to have it sent back cracked with a note or something saying it was a double cover for them to actually. So they evidently they didn't even open the book and look at it. They just slapped it in the case and graded it.
Angry.
Yeah.
All CBCS have to do is make their label look better, and they will.
Yeah.
do so much better.
I've been thinking seriously about sending some books to CBCS because I've heard their new slabs are way better than the old ones. And I love that they actually do the signature verification,
Yes.
where CGC just says name written on marker, even if it's got like a certificate of authenticity with it.
That is, I think, the main thing. If you have a COA,
it's so stupid.
I don't understand how that doesn't qualify. You're just being dicks, to be honest. Like, yeah.
That just. So if I ever send books in, it'll definitely be CBCS.
Well, let me know, man, because I'll send some books to you to get graded for me.
All
That's
right.
what I really want to. I always wanted to do a video on how to send books to CGC from Australia, but now I feel like it's way too costly. So I'm thinking about just because you got to pay for the membership and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you have to do that with CBCS?
I don't know exactly how it works yet. I need to look into it. I know I can probably ask D-Runk. He'd probably know because he sends stuff there too.
Didn't D-Runk have his own case for a while?
Yeah, he had the DGC comics. Yeah,
I want one of those so bad. You have no idea.
It's crazy. I think I don't know the full story, but I think he got some kind of cease and desist order from CGC, and he had to stop doing that. They were like upset that he was doing that or something.
Why? It's not the same.
I have no idea, man. But evidently, he got some kind of hot water for it with CGC.
CBCS has to invest in real authenticators. Oh, okay, that's not good. That is not good. But that falls into the same category of CGC listing a facsimile as the first print because
that's crazy. Oh, by the way, I found a copy of that facsimile Ultimate Fallout 4 the other day. It was hidden behind like other books at the LCS. It was like a bunch of indie books. It was hidden behind.
Someone was coming back for it.
Yeah. So I actually got it for cover price, which was good.
Super Russ followed their plans.
Yeah. The LCS owner was mad too because when I brought it up to the counter with the cover price, the first thing he did was turn around and look at his wall, and the one he had on his wall for $25.
That's such a joke as well that you want to sell that for $25.
Like I don't understand the big deal. Like I love the facsimiles to be able to read these stories in books that I couldn't afford otherwise.
I bought 2 of them. One of them got on eBay for $500.
You could probably do it, man.
First print.
Be surprised.
Yeah, no.
Like the facsimiles of Incredible Hulk 180 and 181. Somebody sold those on eBay, I think, for a total of $300. Well, with those books, it's crazy because you can clearly see the $3.99 price tag on the book, where it's supposed to be whatever the cover price was then. I can't remember. 70 cents or something. Yeah. I don't know. But he didn't list it as facsimile. He listed it as reprint. But you could see that in the description, and people still pay that much money for it.
There was a guy selling Ultimate Fallout 4, and he wrote reprint for $20,000. I was like, wait a sec. Can't you buy the original for that? Like,
you can get it the original 9.8 for like $1,000, can't you? Or did it go up even more?
It'd be more. It'd be way more than that. I think
20. I saw somebody trying to sell an X-Men 1 from the Jim Lee run for something like $10,000 or something crazy. It's rare X-Men 1. I'm like, I think you got the wrong book, brother. I think they made like 1 million print run of that one.
Yeah, that's why I have one, because when I saw it, I saw that at the antique shop I was telling you about, and I was like, I feel like I should have this in my collection. As a collector, I should have one.
Yeah,
and mine's got like pen on it and stuff like that.
yeah. Mine I pulled out of a dollar bin a couple of years ago, so it's got a bunch of spine ticks, but
Well, that's the
it's
same with
a cool
Spawn
book,
issue
man.
one.
Yeah,
Like Spawn issue one is another one which, like, I don't know. I never bought it when I first started collecting because I was like, that book will always be at that price, because at the time it was like $20, $25 here. And then when I decided I want it now, it was like $90. I was like, what?
Yeah, it's crazy. That book's like, and it's weird because the movie still hadn't come out yet. I don't know when it's coming.
I know.
But that's the reason it started going up, and then you stopped hearing about
4
it.
or 5 years since they started talking about that.
Yeah. So it trips me out too, man, with the whole spec market, and this character is going to be in this movie 3 years from now. So now this $10 book is a $500 book. Get out of here, dude.
Yeah, it's like what's it called? Noctera recently started going up because I think people were saying it got optioned.
Yeah.
So everyone's selling that for, which sucks because I really wanted to get the issue 1 in 25 because I love that book so much. So I've got a few of the variants.
I've heard the story on that was really good.
It's really good.
I need to pick up a trade just because I've really been wanting to get into more indie books, man. I've been putting it off for so long.
That's
I
a
need
good
to.
one.
I saw is Stray Dogs any good? Is that a good read?
I haven't read it, but everyone has said I've actually got it now. The only thing is I'm missing issue 4, and I don't know why I'm missing issue 4 because
I saw the trade on sale on Midtown for like $15, so I was thinking about getting the trade.
It's meant to be a good read. I've heard nothing but good things about it. But I did pick up the first issue movie variant, which has gone up. Is good.
Yeah, so. I love those movie variant covers, man. My favorite one was the 28 Days Later one because I love that movie. It was the biohazard symbol with the red background. That was one of my favorite horror movies, so I might track that cover down just to have it.
You got any of the deceased movie variant covers?
Yeah,
they're all horror movies.
I've got the one that was I believe it's supposed to be The Conjuring. I've got the one that's Nightmare on Elm Street. And
yeah, that's a good one. That's issue 2.
I got one other movie variant. I can't remember what it is now.
Have you got the It one?
No, I don't think I got that one.
With Robin with the balloon? Oh, that's a good one.
No, I don't have that one. But I mostly went for the Midtown exclusive covers on those because I bought them when Midtown was having a 75% off sale. And the Midtown covers are normally $10 a piece. And I got them for around about $1 a piece, $1.25 a piece or so. So I got all the Midtown exclusive variant connecting covers. And I got a few of the movie variants.
Connecting covers for deceased?
Yes, the Midtown exclusive covers are all they all connect into one big photo.
I don't think I've seen those.
I put a picture up on Instagram a couple months ago when I picked them up. I'll see if I can find it. I'll send it to you. But it's all like one of them is a Death of Superman homage. One of them is a Flash of Two Worlds homage. Really cool looking covers.
Is that one of them?
Yeah.
That's cool. Love me some connecting covers.
I don't know if I'll be able to find the photo live. It's so far down on the page. It's not wanting to load properly.
Oh yeah, I've got some connecting covers right next to me, I think. Have you got? I've got the it's Michael Turner Justice League Society of America, I think, and it's like 3 connecting covers.
I don't think I have that.
That's a good one.
I saw God, I can't remember the name of the book now, but it was a Marvel book, and it was for, I think it was called Fearless, and it was 4 Jenny Frisian connecting covers.
I've got one of them.
Those look awesome.
Those connecting Future State covers that came out recently.
Oh, sweet.
I've also. Oh, yeah, that's a good. Maybe we should do that this week, mate. Maybe we can show off connecting covers.
Yeah, I've got a few.
Because I've got the I've got some J. Scott Campbell exclusives as well of Harley Quinn and Punchline
Oh man, I bet those look sweet.
throwing down.
I sent you a link to the photo. You might have to zoom in because it's all.
Yeah, that's the problem with posting connecting covers, right?
Yeah. I think I did that right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and that's the other thing about Instagram. You can't turn it sideways.
Yeah.
That kind of sucks on Instagram when you think about it, because considering it's like a picture only sort of thing, you can't just click on it to enlarge it or anything. You kind of got to.
Use SDA.
It's kind of lame. Yeah, that's sick. They are pretty sick.
I still haven't read that though. I need to read them.
Deceased was good. I didn't think I'd like it because I don't really care about zombies, and I really don't care about superheroes and zombies. Yeah. But it's got, I think so. I've read that one, The Deceased, and I've read the Dead Planet one as well. I can't remember if I read the third one. But there's just, because I don't remember anything. My memory's so bad, right? Like we were saying, I don't remember my comics that I read.
Yeah.
But
I've only got one issue from Dead Planet, and I got it in an AOK from Daymares, so I haven't read that series yet.
Yeah, so Dead Planet is kind of like a side story. I think it's only 3 issues of all the other heroes during the Deceased one. So Red Hood's in it and stuff like that. But yeah, there's like both of those miniseries have epic moments that I will always remember. Like yeah, there's a thing that happens in the first Deceased which is sick, and I think you would like it too. It involves characters that you like.
Yeah, I've always heard good things about it, so I figured I'd get it, and then I bought it a couple months ago. And I still haven't read it. That's how it goes sometimes. They just go in a box and into the collection.
Tell me about it. So this is my and this is obviously half. This is just the stuff I picked out because I barely read anything in the last 3 weeks. This is my pile that I've picked up. And I was like, okay, these are the ones that you're reading first.
Yeah,
it's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Yeah, so I'm doing a new video series. I just filmed it last night. I'm not going to do them on the weekly or regularly. I just figured I'll talk about stuff that I read recently. So like I recently just read the other night, I read knocked out 5 issues of stuff. So I was like, oh, let's talk about it. But I don't like doing reviews. I feel like every time I do them, I watch myself back. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I've tried it a few times. I'm no good at reviews, man. I suck at reviews.
Yeah.
It's like I tried to I read the Saga trade because I got it in ALK, and I tried to do a review on it, and I forgot to even mention the characters' names. And I think the video was only 5 minutes. It's terrible.
Was it good? Because I'm going to start reading Saga.
I don't know. It
wasn't your thing. No. Wow. There you go. Maybe you don't like indies, Russ.
I don't know. Saga... I mean, it was good, but it's not something I would read again. The art was good. The characters were interesting, but I couldn't get into the story for some reason.
That's the worst thing. Maybe indies aren't your thing.
Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I've been on the superhero train too long.
Because Saga, I think for a lot of people is like a go-to for people who aren't into comics. You know, it's like a good story, I think, to get them into, which is why I really want to read it. So yeah, that's interesting. It's very interesting.
It's a wild book, man. I think you would like it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what books. What about you should try maybe reading some indie superheroes, like Invincible is meant to be very good. I haven't read that.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about that. I've seen clips and stuff from the show.
Because Nocterra is kind of more like a horror. More like kind of like Aliens.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's
I know
your thing, like
I like the horror genre in
the
movies.
sci-fi horror.
So maybe that would translate over into books. I don't know.
Yeah, see, horror is not really a genre that I used to like horror movies. Like I was obsessed with them for a while when I was a teenager, but horror is not a genre that I'm really that into. But when I read horror comic books, they're always pretty good.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
funny because I started watching scary movies when I was a little kid. Like I think the first horror movie I saw was Child's Play, and I think maybe I was 7 or 8, trying to hold back a sneeze. I think I was 7 or 8 when that movie came out, and I think that's when my insomnia started.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I became obsessed when Scream first came out. I became obsessed with horror movies because you know how there was Jamie Kennedy, his character was like the horror
yeah,
movie expert. So yeah, I'd watch all the classic stuff, and they were all so bad, but felt like I had to watch them, like all the
yeah.
Halloweens and things like that.
I haven't seen. I've probably maybe seen 2 of the Halloween movies originally, but
I
I
think
haven't
you
seen
only
the
need to
whole
pick
Halloween
one.
series.
Have you seen Oh wait, no, Halloween's Michael Myers.
Yeah,
I can't. I was like Friday the 13th. Did you ever see Jason X?
yeah, yeah. I actually love Jason X, man. It came out, I think when I was in my early 20s, and I freaking loved that movie, man. It was so it was so bad, it was hilarious, and that was
Yeah,
probably my most watched Friday the 13th movie growing
I
up,
think
man.
I might
I
have been
probably watched
working.
that thing a dozen times.
What's going on, Slim?
Yo, what's up, Slim?
I think I think I was working at Blockbuster when that came out.
Oh, God, that's throwback right there.
Yeah, that was the best day working there because we used to be able to hire movies for free.
Yeah,
So all I did was watch movies, and now I just never watch anything.
I know, man. I'm terrible at watching anything. I haven't watched any of the Disney Plus shows lately. I haven't
Yeah,
watched any new movies. I just, I don't know, man.
I watch YouTube, and that's about it.
Yeah. I wanted to go see Shang-Chi, but I never did. And I thought about going to see Venom Carnage, but I probably won't. I'll probably wait on it to come to a streaming service somewhere.
It sucks because I wanted to see all these movies. So yeah, I didn't see either of those two, but ended up watching Black Widow and Suicide Squad. But I really wanted to see them at the cinemas. Like, whole thing with those movies is you want that cinema experience. I think Russ is sneezing, and he's getting it out. Super sneeze. Don't leave me hanging too long, Russ. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to.
Sorry about that, man.
Did you sneeze out?
Yeah. Allergies come out of nowhere sometimes. I should probably, it would help if I actually dusted my room.
Yeah, I
I
want
haven't
to try
dusted
to
it here in forever.
I want to try to stay on top of that, but I don't think I will because
Yeah.
well, this whole week I'm really going to spend time organizing my shows, so I should probably dust them while I do it.
Yeah. I need to bad, man, but I haven't. I got, of course, anytime something gets moved, I know exactly where to put it back because it's got like that dust circle there. So if something's out of place, I know my nephew's been in here messing around.
When I moved out of my last place, it was so bad, man. The dust, it was so bad.
Like, I got a layer of dust on top of these pops right here beside me. Welcome back, SDA. Oh man, I got your Cornfields of Indiana video on my watch later list, man.
It's not worth it, mate. I literally filmed it. I was like, oh my god, this is so bad. I guess
You
it's
never know,
interesting.
man. That might be the vid that takes off and blows your channel up.
Yeah, it's I guess it's not what you would expect though, because I literally thought I was going to be watching literally just videos of cornfields, but yeah, it was. I ended up picking a video. Oh, the views have gone up.
Yeah. Hit that 10K view mark yet?
No. I actually filmed another reaction video last night. I watched a video of a guy who's in the Guinness Book of Records for being the fastest man on 2 hands. So he's got no legs.
Yeah.
He's just torso, and he is a fit mofo. I wouldn't even want to fight this guy because he does wrestling. He does this thing where so he's literally when he's on the ground, he's literally just here upwards. It's pretty freaky to look at, but it shows him in the gym, and he'll be on the ground, and then he'll push himself up and like a jump almost with his arms, jump up onto this stool thing. I'm like, Jesus Christ, insane.
Guinness, man, they've got some wild world records in there.
Yeah, maybe we should go for one. What can we do?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've got no talent. Longest Listerine stream.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I have no doubt that you already hold the record for that. Maybe I'll try to put it.
Yeah. Smash some more eggs with Thor's hammer up here. I don't know, man. Whatever pops in my head sometimes, I just put up on YouTube.
What else could you do?
Man, I don't know.
See, you could have at least if it was for example, a 3-hour stream of your nice black cat statue. People can look at that for a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know how long people want to look at Listerine for.
That's funny. That video got over 100 views though, and I think the egg stream is over 80 now.
Yeah, no.
And normal streams like this might get 40 or 50 views.
Yeah, but people unsubbed after you made them watch your Listerine bottle. That's why you're losing subscribers.
It could be, man. It could be. Somebody tuned in for comic book content and seeing egg on a chair.
Yeah, it's funny because normally when I do my random videos, I'd find that I do lose subs. And look, I don't know if it's because the video could just be a coincidence because you always lose subs, right? But yeah, when I do my stuff that's not comic book related, I find that my sub count drops.
Yeah, same here. When I do the cooking videos, even though they get higher views, for some reason I lose subs. Now, I try to make them entertaining, but I don't know.
So what was the last thing you cooked?
The breakfast pizza.
Oh, that's right. That was actually cooking in that one.
I think that was the first time I legitimately cooked in one of my cooking videos and didn't just throw a frozen pizza or frozen lasagna in the oven or throw a pack of hamburger meat on the table and magically have it turn into a cheeseburger.
I was actually impressed with that one. I was like, oh, look at that.
Yeah. I actually saw that recipe. I saw somebody on TikTok do it, and I decided to try it and see if it was any good.
Read a comic while wait. Well, Russ has already done the reading of comic videos.
Yeah.
You should bring that back.
I've thought about it. But those took
to
so much editing. It was unreal how much editing I had to do on those.
Well, I think you should have kept them short, though, still. I think when you started doing the reading, it was a bit too much because it went way too long. So you got to think.
They went from 5-minute videos to 25-minute videos.
And I liked how you used to speed up the reading because then you'd play the cool music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, comics are cool. The dramatic, if you're going to do the dramatic readings, I think what you should have done is not read the whole book, but just have cuts, flashes of it, little bits that maybe were a lot more funny. But I think for someone to sit through watching a whole book, I did, but it was rough.
Yeah. I know, man. Especially when I tore apart that Batman Tom King book.
Oh, what are you doing?
It was so bad, man. I couldn't help it. I almost didn't get through that one.
You should have read there was one of those Tom King issues which there was no words. It was just him chasing someone. I think he was chasing who was it? The Question, maybe? There's one book where he literally is just chasing him the whole comic.
Huh.
That's like the fastest I've ever got through a book.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, you wouldn't have made it that far into the series.
Was that after issue 50?
Well, that's where I started. I don't mind Tom King's Batman. The only thing was when it got to the Nightmare story arc, I was just like, I was so confused. I was like, what is happening right now? I was like, who the hell's Thomas Wayne? I didn't know.
Oh yeah, you didn't know.
I didn't know. So,
well, that confused me too. Like I was like, when did Thomas Wayne come back? Because the only other story I've read him in was Flashpoint.
yeah,
Like, when did they do this?
It started to get good again when Catwoman showed up randomly again. I was like, oh, she's back. And then I think that led into the City of Bane, which is the last story arc, which was I didn't like how it ended. The ending was just like too Tom King like. But
well, that was right at the end of his run, wasn't it? When Tinian came in.
Yeah, so City of Bane was the final story arc, and then I went up to 85, I think.
Yeah, because I think originally King was supposed to have it to issue 100, wasn't he?
Yeah. So Tynan's about to finish too. So Tynan's finishing at 117.
Oh, really? Already?
Yeah, because he's got his new Substack thing, so he's like doing his own exclusive indie thing.
Have they announced who's taken over yet?
The Joshua Williamson.
I'm not familiar with him.
He's pretty good. He writes Robin, the current Robin series. I think he writes Future State. He's doing a lot of stuff at DC now.
I still haven't read any Future State.
I've only read the first 3 issues of Future State Gotham, but I quite like it. But I feel like you do need to read some of the Future State stuff to get what's going on there. Like in Batman, like something happens at the end of the Batman one, and you're like, "Whoa, okay."
I thought about checking out the Future State Wonder Woman. I've heard good things about her. Yara Flora.
Yes, that was good.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Because has she started her own series yet?
Yeah, so she's got Wonder Girl now. Is her own series. But the 2 Future State issues is really good. Because I've read more, not quite. Because I've never really read Wonder Woman. I've read Dead Earth, and that's it.
That's the only Wonder Woman you've read?
Only Wonder Woman I've read.
I don't think I've read Dead Earth.
My hair's looking all weird. It's pretty cool, man. There's a thing that happens in it, and the reason I always had it. The reason I picked it up to read it was because I heard about something that happens in the story. I was like, that sounds super badass. I'm going to read it. I don't want to tell you what it is though, because it's.
I want to check it out. Is it still pretty? Is it like reasonably priced, or is it like going up?
It's just a black. I don't think it was.
It's a black label book. Okay,
it's a black label book, so it'll be, what are they over there, like $9.99 or something like that?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's something that she uses as a weapon that's very, very cool.
Oh, really? That sounds intriguing. I'm about to check that. It's called Dead Earth.
Yeah. The thing is, I hated the art. I didn't like the art in it at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that with Wonder Woman Black and Gold, because it's got various writers and artists. Some of the art is really good, and some of it I'm not really digging.
Yeah, because all those like Batman Black and White, Wonder Woman Black and Gold, they're all like anthology type books, yeah?
Yeah. It's a bunch of different stories within one book.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not sure.
Some of them are pretty good, and some of them are just kind of
like. There's that Batman Urban Legends book that's out at the moment, and it's like anthology style as well. So I've only read the first couple of issues, but I was really enjoying the Red Hood story. But I didn't really care about the other stuff.
Yeah. That's one. I haven't read any like new Red Hood stuff. The only like Red Hood stories I've read has been like Under the Red Hood and stuff from years ago.
They ended the Red Hood series without even saying that it was ending.
Really? They didn't.
So it was, and I said to Mark, I was like, "Is Red Hood finishing?" He's no, it's going to keep going. It's like, is it though? And then Future State happened, and then they just never came back. Because now there's Future State Gotham, which is about Red Hood, but it's set in Future State. So but his actual ongoing series kind of just stopped without no one saying anything.
Is it still Jason Todd as Red Hood in the future state?
Yeah.
Because I
But
know
he's
they
like,
they change characters a lot sometimes.
nah, so he's still Jason Todd, but he's kind of working for the magistrate, who's like this weird sort of cop type thing in the future, like almost like a police force sort of thing. So he kind of works for them, but he's kind of, not really, because they're kind of like looked at as the bad guys, the magistrate. CG man, but
Take it easy, G man.
yeah, there's like a whole thing going on in the background that people don't know about in Future State. So yeah, I'm gonna actually jump back on that very soon.
I mean, exactly how far in the future is Future State set? Does it give like a year?
I'm not positive, but that was the dumb thing about Future State, because some people were saying like it said only like 5 years forward. I was like, whoa. If you're gonna call something Future State, it better be at least 10 years in the future, right? 5 years is like tomorrow.
Kind of like when Marvel did the 2099 series.
Yeah, like that's
it was
way
set
in the future,
like
right?
2099. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't really know, but I'm pretty sure when I saw a timeline, like the start of the Future State timeline is not that far in the future. So I was like, that's so dumb.
More top-notch DC decision making.
It's just weird that they kept it going with Gotham. Like I thought it was just going to be a one-off thing, and then it went away. Yeah. But now they've got
they probably kept the series that sold better. I imagine.
Well, they've got the new Batman now, which came from Future State.
Yeah, it's who is it? Luke Fox.
Yes, it's one of the Foxes. I can't remember which one. Wait, no, it's because there's two of them. It wasn't. It was the other one. It wasn't the one that everyone thought it was going to be. It was the other one.
Oh,
I think Luke Fox is what everyone thought it was going to be, but there's another brother, and it was the other brother, I think.
So I didn't know that. I'm like not knowledgeable at all on the Future State storyline.
So here we go. If an anthology doesn't add to the world the past, present, future storyline arc or characters, it's no good. That's right. So you know what? So you know how I'm doing that series with Whack?
Yeah. The two Aussies.
Zero shits, yeah. So what I ranted about in the episode that just dropped was something that was going to upset the masses, because I don't care about Marvel What If.
The comic book or the Disney series, or both?
Either. I'm a bit exaggerated in the video, but I just don't care about what if. Many things could have happened, but they didn't. I don't want to hear about them. All right.
I like the 90s series. A lot of the older stuff that came out in the 80s I haven't read, but I've read a bunch of them from the 90s that were pretty good.
I think it sort of rubbed me the wrong way in the beginning. So what if they kind of relaunched it a couple of years ago?
Yeah.
And I saw them, right? And I was like, what's this, Mark? And Mark's like, oh, so Marvel used to do these things, what ifs, it'd be like, what if this, what if that? So yeah, they're redoing it. I was like, okay. So I bought the what if Peter Parker was the Punisher?
Yeah, I've got that one. Yeah.
And that book's gone up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know why, but it's probably because of the cover. But I read it and I was like, I struggled to stay awake while reading it. I was like, this is so bad. I don't enjoy this at all. I ended up giving it to my friend's kid. And then now it's gone up and I was like,
I actually haven't read that one. I picked it up. I've got the action figure variant of it.
Well, because you know what really?
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, it's those action figure variants they did of the comics.
Oh, like the toy.
Where it looks like it's in the blister pack.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Now, so the cover A was like an homage to Punisher issue 1, where he's like falling backwards with the guns.
Oh,
so I had that one.
That would have been much cooler.
Yeah, but the book was just you know what it was, because it felt like it was rushing the entire retelling of someone's origin story.
Yeah,
it just felt really rushed and it just moved so quickly. I was just like, this sucks.
Yeah, that's like, you probably wouldn't like the DC Elseworld stories either, then, because they were kind of like DC's version of What If.
Yeah, well, it depends. Like, so I know they had like the Elseworlds label, right?
Yeah.
I guess there's a lot of stuff that I've read that's considered Elseworlds. Like, I think Batman White Knight is considered like an Elseworlds thing, but it's not branded as an Elseworld thing. But I enjoyed that. It depends on how far fetched it is. You know, it's just like I want it to mean something, I guess. You know.
Like, are you an Incredible Hulk fan at all? Do you like Hulk at all?
I haven't read any Hulk. Oh, if I was to read anything, I'd probably read The Immortal because I heard that's pretty good.
Yeah, but you know, like his alter ego Bruce Banner.
What?
Bruce Banner turns into the Hulk.
Yeah.
Well, there's a old What If story from the '90s where it was the Hulk was actually the gentle one, and when he turned back into Bruce Banner was like this deranged serial killer. That's a crazy What If story from the '90s.
Is that what they use? Because you know, in that Avengers movie where Hulk all of a sudden was like, well, he was like always Hulk, wasn't he? He was like really friendly and stuff.
Yeah.
Did they take from that? You reckon?
You mean like when they did Professor Hulk?
Yeah.
Yeah. They might have, but it's like Hulk was still like Hulk. He was like in this What If comic, he wasn't a genius, but he was just this big friendly monster looking dude. But he was like and whenever he would turn back into Bruce Banner, Banner was like this deranged serial killer. It was called What If Hulk, the Man, the Monster, I think was the title on the cover. I don't have it anymore, so I'm just trying to go off memory.
There was a lot of those. I bought it for the cover though. What if Elektra didn't die or something like that?
Yeah, I've got that one.
But it's just like, well, she's back now. So.
Yeah. I can't remember how long. I can't remember how long they actually kept her dead for when they did that in the Daredevil issues. I don't think it was very long. I think it was just a couple months, maybe.
Well, who has? Because what I freaked out about was when my friend told me how long Red Hood's that Jason Todd stayed dead for. I didn't realize it was like 20 years before they brought him back. That's a good run without him.
Very few characters stay dead in comics. I think the only one that I remember right offhand is Captain Marvel. The original Captain Marvel was a male, and his character died from cancer, I think, in the comics. And as far as I know, he's the only character that actually stayed dead because they wanted that story to be like really impactful. Here's this superhero with all these powers, but he still died of cancer.
Can't beat cancer.
Yeah. But I think, as far as I know, that's the only character I remember right offhand that has actually stayed dead in comics. Like, I remember before I got back into collecting, I heard that they had killed off Wolverine. I'm like, why would you do that? Wolverine's meant to be like this unstoppable dude with a healing factor that's been alive for hundreds of years. What do you mean they killed him?
Well, how long do you think before they bring out? Well, Alfred's dead now, but he's died before as well, right?
Yeah, I think so. Is he still like dead in current storylines?
In continuity, he's dead now. Yes.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on how much money the new Batman movie makes if people like Alfred in it.
So now in the current continuity stuff, he's kind of become like a voice in everyone's head.
Yeah.
So like in the Robin series, Damien's always like got like Alfred sort of saying stuff that he would have said to him, like to get him to, think about stuff and things. And same with Nightwing. Wait, you didn't read the Nightwing, did you? With since Tom Taylor started.
No, I've gotten a couple issues, but I think I only have issue like 75 when he first came back as Dick Grayson. And I've got issue 78.
So can I tell you what happens at the start?
Yeah, because I don't know if I'll ever get them.
So in the first issue of Tom Taylor's Nightwing run, he gets a letter from Alfred, and obviously Alfred's already dead, but basically Alfred was rich.
Yeah.
So Alfred was loaded with money, and he, in his will, he gave all his money to Dick.
Oh,
So now
nice.
Dick is like a millionaire, and I think Bruce is not, pretty much, because Bruce went bankrupt at the end of one of the Joker War or something.
Oh, yeah, I didn't read Joker War either. I've seen the trades around. We got a store here called Books A Million, and they have all kinds of comic book trades. I've seen it in there a couple times. I've thought about picking it up because I missed all that stuff.
I don't know if Joker War was that good. It was all right.
Yeah.
It was all right.
I know I didn't read any of the Nightwing stuff when they were doing the whole Rick Grayson thing.
That's the thing, right? So I always say how I don't know a lot about comics and stuff like that, and everyone's read so much more than me. But everyone jumped off Nightwing. I hung in there. You know why? Because even as a noob, when he changed to Rick Grayson, I was like, and everyone was losing their minds. I was like, he's going to come back, guys. You know this, right? You guys know he's going to come back. And it took 2 years.
Yeah.
But he did. He came back.
Like most of the Nightwing stuff I've read is from the 90s. He had his solo series back then.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the first Nightwing was a 4-issue miniseries.
Yeah.
I trying to get the first issue of that. I've got issue 2, 3, and 4, but I don't have the first issue. So that's one I've been trying to get for a while. I just can't find anywhere here.
Yeah. I've been looking those up on eBay, the old series, trying to get them back in the collection, but they're pretty pricey.
Really?
Did I get that muted in time?
I heard the first section of it.
Yeah, I think the first issue is like $20 or something.
Yeah, I've seen it. Someone was selling it locally here in a lot, but I don't want the ongoing. I want the first miniseries because then at least I can read the first 4. I can read the miniseries and be like, all right, I read that story. If I read the ongoing, then I feel like it's too much to. I remember Tim, comic collector. I think he's got the entire Nightwing run. I think, and he showed it in a video, and it's like it's a lot of issues to be collecting. So yeah, I do want to try to fill the Nightwing Rebirth run though, because I do have the start of it, and then I started again at issue 50 because issue 50 of Nightwing was when he first became Rick Grayson. No one ever talks about the first appearance of Rick Grayson. I've got that book, boys and girls. One day it's going to be worth a lot of money.
You never know, man. It might shoot up. If I remember right, I only had the first 10 or 15 issues of the Nightwing ongoing series back when it first started.
Of Rebirth?
No, the one from the 90s.
Okay. Oh, so you got the first 15?
Well, I used to have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were they part of the big comic book sale of 1990, whatever it was?
Yeah. It was somewhere. It was either 99 or 2000 when I had to sell off of my collection. And that, I didn't collect for about 15 years after that happened.
It's funny how, pretty much everyone's like that. Like the one thing I noticed is, because I was like, I was into comics when I was a kid, but I wasn't into them until I just read them.
Yeah. I probably would have, If I hadn't had to sell them off for financial reasons, I probably would have kept collecting straight through.
Well, I wonder, because I stopped getting them because I used to buy them from the newsagent, and then newsagents stopped selling comics. So that's how, I think from memory, that's why I stopped getting comic books.
Yeah. I know it was weird. Like when I first started getting them back in 93, I would get them at this little gas station. And we didn't have like an actual comic book store for years and years after that, after the first initial collection there. I think it was close to the time I stopped collecting when a comic book store actually moved into town.
Yeah, we had comic book stores back then, but again, when I was a kid, I didn't know about collecting. I just bought comics to read, I mean, I liked shiny covers, I liked embossed covers and things like that. But yeah, I didn't know. Like that X-Men Alpha. I always thought one day this book's going to be worth $1 million because it's got a shiny cover.
So I was the same as a kid. I didn't know, I was 13 years old, just getting into comics. I didn't know anything about these are going to be worth anything, or this is a key issue, or this is the first appearance of that character. I was just getting them because it was like an escape for me to read comics.
No, well, what taught me that comic books would be worth something was The Simpsons.
Really?
Remember that episode of The Simpsons where they get the Radioactive Man comic? They put their money together and they buy it.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And then they're reading it, and he's got the
Yeah.
tweezers, and he puts it on the candle to turn the page.
Yeah,
That
I
made me
remember
realize
that episode. But yeah, it wasn't until like years later when I realized there was like money in it, like it was going to be. And that was when I started looking back up my old comics to try to buy them back when I got back into collecting. And I found out how much Giant Size X-Men 1 cost. And that's when I realized there was like a whole collectible world with people buying these expensive books. Like, wow, dude.
Matt Groening ran a comic shop. I wonder if he based the comic shop guy on himself then. I wonder if Matt Groening was like that in real life.
Maybe, man. I remember that character, though, from The Simpsons, the comic book guy.
I've got his pop vinyl. I was like,
oh, really?
Yeah, he was a convention exclusive. That was the only one that came out from that little drop. I was like, oh, I have to have that one.
I knew they had some Simpsons pops, but I didn't know they had him.
I used to collect, when I was a kid, I used to collect the Simpsons comics. So I had like all the ones on Bongo, the Bartman issue 1, which had the foil acid that he was falling into, but I lost all those. So when I found the small stat, I still got the Radioactive Man, which has the glow in the dark skull. So it's Radioactive Man, but when you turn the lights off, his skeleton is glowing.
That I remember, I never had any of the Simpsons comics. Never had those in the collection.
I repurchased one recently. I think I repurchased the issue 1 of Simpsons. I really want the Bartman because I used to love Bartman.
Yeah. I used to love the show. I never missed an episode of the show back in the day, but I never got to the comics. I did have a few Beavis and Butthead comics.
Yeah, the first Beavis and Butthead, I think, went up a little bit.
Really?
I think so. I've seen a few people post it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, now you've got the most stupid reasons for something to be a key.
I know, it's crazy.
The first appearance of his new pair of shoes.
Yeah. I was like, well, I did, last year I did an April Fool's video about a spec issue in comics. And it was like about a first appearance of a Speedo or something. Oh man, I probably lost 15 subscribers because of that.
Did it get a lot of clicks at least?
It did. It was weird because it got almost 100 views within the first hour. And then for some reason, YouTube took it back down to like 40 something views. And then it didn't get any more. It didn't get any more views after that. Just crazy.
Yeah. Well, some people are really in it just for the spec. So
I'm trying to block out every time I have to blow my nose.
Maybe we need to start doing some spec talk on our show, mate.
Yeah.
Spec of the week.
Maybe. Put that in the tags or something.
We should start fake spec books like when Old Wolf did Yarn Man.
Yeah. I remember when that took off, man. It was crazy.
Dude, I want a copy of that. And I can't get one. They don't have them here.
Really?
And again,
I remember JPL did something similar with Comic Tom. They had this old Batman issue with this character called Mime on the cover.
Yeah.
And just for like fun, JPL started a rumor that it was the true first appearance of Punchline. And it took off. Key Collector app actually put that on their site as first Punchline. And that book went from $1 book to like a $30, $40, $50 book for a while. And then when people realized it was a joke, there was like some huge
But see, that's the thing.
backlash.
My friend at work was saying like he thinks that Key Collector kind of has ruined the market for collectors.
Yeah.
Because
Spec is just. I want to get into a rant every time I see somebody talk about Spec. Like, you're not a freaking collector. You just see dollar signs when you look at these books. You're ruining it for everybody.
well, I guess look,
you're just an investor. Get the crap out of here.
I used to have a thing against like obviously flipping and stuff like that, but now I know so many people I guess who do it. I guess I understand if you are into comic books.
Yeah.
I guess what I don't like, a lot of people I think pre-order a lot of the multiple copies. Like you know me, when I buy multiples, I pre-order all that. I'm not going in and just cleaning up the shelf. I think I have a problem with that. If you're walking in and just buying every copy off the shelf, that kind of sucks. If you go and pre-order them through your LCS owner and he specifically gets you 10, 20 copies of something, that's fine. Because you know you pre-order them and they're probably going to get more for the shelf too.
Yeah. So that's not what gets me is the people that actually love the comics but still sell. That's cool. Like if you're like selling some books to get another big book that you want. But if you're just like an investor that doesn't care about the comics or the characters or anything, and you drive up a dollar bin book to $100 just so you can like flip it, you're the scum of the community. That's just my opinion. But if you love the books and the characters, it's cool that you sell books too and make a profit and maybe invest it into another bigger comic that you want. But if you don't like the characters of the fall, if you're just here as an investor and you're driving up all these prices and making it hard for actual collectors to complete runs, get out of here, man.
Yeah, I am. Look, I'm eventually going to sell books. I just don't know when, because I also feel like I don't want to sell them. I don't want to do the quick flip where something comes out and then the week after it comes out, you're selling it for fucking 4 times the price. Like that's crap.
Yeah, that's what I mean, man. Like the modern books that just come out.
Yeah.
Like even for a while, the second and third prints of these books, you couldn't get to read for your collections because people were specking on them and flipping them too. Like a Thor 6 third print, $50 on day one. Get out of here, dude. For a character that didn't even pan out.
Yeah, that's like we'll suck on that, right?
Yeah.
But they've already sold them by then, so really.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of waiting. I want my books that I would sell to be a few years old at least. So by then you can't get them anymore. You know what I mean? That's where I feel like I can.
Even I've thought about selling some books. Like I've been thinking about selling my She-Hulk 1. Because it's going up lately. And I could put that toward a bigger X-Men grail that I want to get or something.
I feel like you need to wait for the right time to sell that book because the show hasn't dropped yet, right?
Yeah.
Don't you want to drop it just as the show is about to come out?
I love that book because I like the character and I love that story. And that was the first Slab I ever bought back in 2018. And I got it for $100. And now it's going for close to $5. And who knows how much more it's going to go up as the show gets closer. So, yeah, I mean, I might sell that if it goes up even more and grab like a big X-Men grill I've been wanting for a long time. But it still like gives me anxiety thinking about selling a book because I swore to myself I would never sell another comic no matter what after I had to back in 2000.
Well, that's why that's why I get multiples sometimes because then I can part ways with the one, you know?
But I mean, I've read that story digitally a couple times, and I can't read it because it's in the slab. But I've read it digitally a couple times, and I did a review on it, and it's a really good story. I actually hope the show follows that story as much as it can when they do finally do the Disney Plus show. But I would probably hyperventilate a little bit. But if that book went up to $700 or $800, I would sell it.
I reckon. Do you reckon? I reckon it'd go higher than that. Don't you think? When the show comes
Well,
out.
I don't know because it's only a 9.6. 9.8s are going for about 1,000, but 9.6s are going for about $5 right now.
And you might
So
get
we'll
lucky,
see.
mate.
It's a newsstand if that means anything.
It does.
Yeah. I don't know why that means anything, but it does for some reason.
Well, they were more scarce in some cases, right?
Yeah. It just I don't want to get on a big rant, but another thing that gets me about these the people that just flip books and don't collect at all is like Tim the comic collector hit on it a few times. It's like the used car speak. You know, hot book, rare book. It hasn't been pressed yet. So you can get it for this price. Like, well, if you think it's really worth that much, why don't you have it pressed and sell it for higher? Why try to sell, so you're telling me this book needs a lot of work is what you're really saying when you're saying, well, it could use a good pressing. Then why don't you press it and sell it for the higher profit?
So a big thing that's happening here right now is PlayStation flippers.
Oh, yeah. I've heard games have been going crazy.
So the consoles, because they're so hard to get, most of the people buying them from us at work are flippers. So we've got this thing in the system now where it flags people who if their name has had multiple orders, we now flag them and cancel their orders. But still, it doesn't stop them. They'll just use someone else's name.
Yeah. I still haven't been able to get hold of PS5, man.
I got
Walmart had a restock about a week or two ago, and within like 30 seconds they were gone.
So get this right. So people have been posting in the Discord group that our work got them. So literally, I was at work yesterday, and all of a sudden the phone didn't stop ringing for like 5 minutes, nonstop. PlayStation 5, PlayStation 5. It happened the other day. We got 60 phone calls in like an hour or something, and it got to the point where like Tony, who you probably know from Instagram, he picked up the phone and he's like, no, we don't have PlayStations. No, we don't have PlayStations. And then the manager was there, and he's like saying, I think someone posted it on the internet. And the phone rang. My manager picked up and went, no, we don't have PlayStation 5s. And the guy was like, how'd you know? And then Tony kept answering the phone as like, we are the store with no PlayStation 5s. How can I help?
Yeah. It's kind of like over here, they haven't hit stores yet at all. Every release has been an online only release. So,
so at the moment, you're not getting one.
Yeah. It's been last November when they first came out? So it's been almost a year, and they still haven't actually hit store shelves. It's all been online only.
How we're doing it is we're doing expressions of interest. So your name goes on the list, and as orders come in, we'll go through the list and call you and say, hey, we've got one. Do you still want it? Sort of thing. We've got over 200 people on that list, and now we're just not taking names anymore. Because so every order that comes in, you ain't buying one because they're already bought.
It's crazy because you see stuff like on these gaming YouTube channels, PlayStation is the best-selling console ever. Who bought one? I don't know anybody that has one. Only bots and flippers have been buying them.
I actually know a lot of people who've got them. Well, one of my best mates hit me up and was like, hey, man, are you guys selling PlayStations? I was like, no chance, dude. You're not going to get one. So then a few days later, he messaged me and goes, hey, man, do you still play games? I got a PS5. I was like, what? How did you get one? He's like, eBay. I was like, how much did you pay for it? So I think the retail price here is, I think $749 or $799. He bought it for $1,100.
Man.
And I was like, you're the reason these people are doing this.
I'm just going to wait. I don't care if it takes another year for them to actually show up on the shelves at stores. I don't care if it takes another year. I'll keep waiting. I'm
There's
not
not
going
that
to
many
try to
games.
get
Man.
them. I'm not going to try to get one online, and I'm definitely not going to play flipper prices on eBay.
I hardly play games, right? So I was never going to get a PlayStation 5. Like I will eventually, but the only thing that kind of made me think, oh, I should get one is Spider-Man. And then they were like, oh, that's coming out of PS4 as well. I was like, oh, I'll just buy it on PS4. I don't care. Like
The Miles Morales,
yeah, I don't play. I barely played that even,
Yeah. Of course,
But I can't wait.
the new one is probably PS5 only.
Yeah,
But it's not coming out till what, next year? Sometime next year.
That seems so soon already, though. I just
Yeah.
can't wait till the Gotham Knights comes out.
Oh,
then
yeah.
me and you can take over Gotham.
I'm definitely getting that game when it comes out, man.
Yeah, I cannot wait for that. It's gonna be awesome.
I'll probably buy digital copy when it comes out day one, so I won't have to go to a store.
Nah, man, I'm gonna wait to see if there's some super collector's edition.
I'm sure they have. I'm sure they'll have a collector's edition with a statue. They always do with games nowadays, man. They come out super regular edition, deluxe edition, digital deluxe edition, mega edition. Give me your freaking kidney edition. It's crazy, man. Even like digital games now, there's like super deluxe editions and they like $130. Like, what are you getting, man? It's a digital game.
You probably get all the DLC content.
But who cares? I never play the DLC. And it's like the Call of Duty games specifically, to use them as an example. They started making all their the DLC maps free. They used to charge $15 a piece for a map pack. You'd get 4 maps, a gun, and a zombies map for $15. Then they started making their DLC content free, and you only get like 1 or 2 maps every 4 or 5 months. But still, they're selling digital editions of it for like $130 because of like the battle pass and the microtransactions on Warzone and all this garbage. I haven't bought a Call of Duty game in like since Black Ops 4, 2017, 2018.
Yeah, I don't want to venture into Call of Duty and just get my ass handed to me over and over.
The new games, man, it's the skill-based matchmaking is ridiculous. And they put all the focus onto like the Battle Royale and War Zones, and like the regular multiplayer feels like they're just leaving it behind. They don't put a lot into the campaign anymore. And it's just garbage. I don't buy them anymore. That's another rant for another time. Bring back cartridges. The old school Nintendo where you had to like blow on the cartridge to get it to work.
I might get booting. I'm gonna eat some food. It's midday. It's 1:30 midday. I haven't eaten anything.
Oh, dang, it's 9:30 at night here. I haven't eaten yet.
Yeah.
I've been going for 3 hours.
Yeah, man.
What the crap, dude?
No one's watching this. They'll be like, "How big was this box he was going through?"
I could have swore it just said an hour and 10 minutes, like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, we went on a ramble, mate. We went on a ramble.
I'll have to make sure everybody knows there was a after party after the comics box.
Are you gonna wrap it up or?
Yeah, I think so. You got anything you want to announce?
I reacted to Cornfields of Indiana video that came out last night, and I might drop my reading video later tonight as well. So when you guys wake up in the morning, I might have my reading video and listen to me talk about comic books. And it's so bad. I'm just like, oh, I should not talk about it. I don't call it a review, though. I say clearly, this is not a review. This is just simple thoughts on a book.
That's a good name for it, man. Simple thoughts.
That's not too bad.
I'll probably still be awake.
Yeah.
Because after the stream, I'm going to grab something to eat and jump on and play some Red Dead.
I was going to say, hit up some Red Dead, right?
Yeah. That game is killer, man.
All right, dude. It's been fun. I will see you again on your Wednesday.
Yep. 6:30.
Yeah, we can do 6:30 day off,
Okay.
so that'd be fine.
All right,
That
cool.
would be fine. Tune in, people.
You heard it here first. Simply Super episode 6, 6:30 on a Wednesday. We're going to talk about something.
I'll
and
figure it
show
out.
some stuff.
I'm on it.
I'll maybe throw up a preview of some feet pics for my Patreon page. If anybody wants to be a supporter, click the link below. I hope I don't actually get people messaging me for feet pics now.
Hey, mate.
We'll see what happens, man.
If they've got
If it
the
turns
ball
in-
on, mate.
Yeah, if it turns into a thing, it turns into a thing.
That's it, mate.
I will gladly pimp some feet pics for some extra income. I better end the stream. Peace.
There's